up? How are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for a massive night at Anfield. Liverpool against Sunderland. Oh, we've got to win this one. We've got to. Back-to-back wins have felt so far away for Liverpool. And I'm just... Oh, we've got to win. We've got to win this one. It's absolutely massive. Oh, here we go. Reese is in. Arsenal fan Reese. Top of the league. Ole, ole. Honestly... Mikel Merino is probably better than most centre-forwards in the league. He's a shit midfielder, but for some reason he's the best centre-forward in the league when you put him up there. It's ridiculous. Honestly, they could piss Arsenal fans the way they're going. Shocking. Kai says, lad, finally thought you were dead. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Wannabe says, Salah dropped. I'm happy he's been dropped. Why are you happy he's been dropped? That's not very nice. I'm not happy he's been dropped. I'm just, I understand that it's kind of part and parcel of the game, and Liverpool played really well against West Ham. Inevitably, you're gonna drop, or you're gonna try and keep the same team. I think the only surprise for me is that Gomez is still in. Even though Gomez was my man of the match against West Ham, I thought he was fantastic. I'm really surprised that he has been able to carry on. But hey, there you go. We'll see. Taylor, good to see you. How's it going? Mackenzie, please beat these Mackhams tonight. Reece says, Kanate back in the lineup, another howler incoming. Mate, come on. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. 92 FC, evening. How's it going, mate? And Mackenzie, I'd like Isak to score a hat-trick tonight. The only day I'll ever say it. Guy, Liverpool can still win the Prem, right? Nah, I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Taylor, are you watching a bit of a 7:30 game before the Liverpool game? Yeah, why not? I mean, to be honest, I think this is the build-up for the Leeds game, funnily enough. What channel are Liverpool on? What are we on tonight? Is it Sky Sports Plus? Are we on Sky Sports Plus? No, Sky Sports Football. Okay, so Liverpool are on Sky Sports Football, which is this one. Right, okay, so we're on there. So what's on 504 then? What's that one? Oh, here you go. We've got Brighton and Villa. Brighton are 1-0 up against Villa, by the way. I'm not bothered about... To be honest, I'd quite like to watch Wolves. Is Wolves on? What's Wolves on? What's Wolves on? The Forest against Wolves. There you go. We'll watch that. Watch a bit of Forest against Wolves, because I want to see Wolves making progress under Rob Edwards. They defended really well against Villa. There was quite a few Wolves fans who I saw, they were quite impressed by how they played against Villa. Obviously, they lose in the end, which is disappointing, but, I'd like to see Wolves stay up if they can. Reece says, Noni Madueke may be top 3 signings of the season. Hey, shut up, Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke, top 3 signings of the season. He can't stay fit, the lad. 92 FC, I have had a bet on Wolves to get their first win. Price at 9-4 tonight. Well, Forest are on the attack here down the left-hand side. Keep them out, Wolves. Strike, block, going to be a Forest corner. Tolga, who do you think will win? Oh, I'm hoping you're going to say Liverpool, Tolga. And Scottish GHK says, hi, Key, here for a laugh and a win. Hey, that's always the way on this channel, mate. Hopefully you're here for a laugh. We like a giggle, if nothing else, on here, don't we? Taylor, very confusing when there's loads of midweek games on all the different channels. Hey, listen, there's football on, I am happy. Doesn't matter what channels they're on. We'll find them. We'll find them. Timbo, but Brighton versus Villa is a top 4 clash. Oh, Forest back in. Chance. Oh, yeah, very nearly. Dan Doy, very nearly putting them 1-0 up there. Reece says better than Salah. Madueke's better than Salah. Timbo says, is Madueke even top 3 Arsenal signings? I mean, no, you'd probably say Eze and Zubamendi for a start, but is Gyökeres better than Madueke? Mosquera? Do you know what? Mosquera's probably better. Probably put Mosquera better than Madueke. Isaac, alright, Key, how's it going? User 688, hey Key, score prediction pal, LFCV Sunderland. I'm going 4-0 tonight. 4-0, we're going to wipe the floor with them. Come Come on, Liverpool. We're going to wipe the floor with them. You're going to see a Wirtz and Isak masterclass tonight. Get ready for it. Florian Wirtz, Alexander Isak. Back at it. That's what you're going to see tonight. Reese disrespecting our Swedish king as per usual, Key. And Timbo says Salah benched again is crazy. Just tear the contract up now. Listen, Salah's not been benched. He hasn't been benched. He got benched in the last game. He's not benched tonight. He's on the bench, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's been benched. What's happened is he's sticking with the team that has won us the game against West Ham. I can understand that. The only change we've made tonight is due to injury. It's been enforced. Kirkes feeling his hamstring, I think, and he had a touch of cramp, so he's left him out as a precaution. That's the only change that Liverpool have made. So he's not been benched. He's not. He's still a massive part of this Liverpool team. Tolga, if there is a match you are curious about, I will code it immediately. Why is my pissing chat doing that? Right, that's going to have to go there now. There you go. Hopefully that now kind of works, sort of, maybe-ish. Need to give that a little bit of breathing room there, don't we? Yeah, Callum says Isak winner 1-0. What, only one? You think there's only going to be one goal in this game? I think it's going to be a goal fest. I think we could be on for a 3-2 or a 4-0 or a 5-2 or something tonight. Liverpool defensively have been a bit all over the place. Sunderland, if nothing else, have had goals this season. Got 3 against Bournemouth the other day. They don't know when they're beaten either. So Sunderland, I mean, that's the one thing I would be saying if I was Arne Slot tonight is, listen, these guys, they've been, down against Arsenal. They've been down against Everton. They were down against Bournemouth 2-0 at the weekend. They keep coming back. They do not know when they're beating this Sunderland side. So if you get 1-0 in front, if you get 2-0 in front, if you're 1-0 or 2-0 up, even if you're 3-0 up with 5 minutes to go, for the love of God, do not switch off. These will absolutely tear you apart. Oh, Dundee United 1-0 up against Rangers. Oh, Sapsford scored. Dundee United have putting Rangers in the mud. Just since Celtic have appointed their new manager as well. Timbo, imagine saying at the start of the season that Sunderland would even have a chance at Anfield. Well, the last time Sunderland played at Anfield, believe it or not, was 2-2. And a certain Adam Johnson scored the equaliser that day. Whatever happened to him? What happened to Adam Johnson? Don't put that in the chat, by the way. We want to keep it very much PG. Jay Zucchini, hopefully Kelleher can do us a favour tonight versus Arsenal. Well, he's 1-0 down already. And C. Wheatley, I'm coming back if we turn yous over. Hey, mate, do it. By all means. Listen, I can take it. I can give it and I can take it. Believe me. I need to move this mic, though. You can't see half of me pretty face. 3-star Reds, evening. See 25 minutes into the football at Molineux and I have cured my insomnia. Forest are in here, though. Oh, yeah, keep them out. Oh, sorry, mate. I'm cheering on Wolves tonight. I really want a Wolves win, or at the very least, I need them to start picking up points because I've got them to stay up. Taylor, footy is footy. End of the day, we love it. Absolutely, mate. And Reece says he got a long-term deal at Prison FC. Joe says, up the Reds. Come on, Liverpool. Oh, and even Newcastle fans supporting us tonight. I feel all dirty. Jake says, yo, Key, how are you? 3-1 to us tonight. Hopefully so. And C. Wheatley, I just hope we turn up, to be honest. Listen, Sunderland, I am sure, will turn up. It's just whether or not we turn up. If we turn up and you turn up, it'll be a hell of a game. But I still fancy us at Anfield to win. That shouldn't be a controversial statement for the champions, but I'm incredibly nervous. And Sunderland have been terrific. Brighton are now 2-0 up against Villa. Hinchelwood with the goal. Do you know what? Isn't that just fucking typical? Aston Villa have been really good for most of the season. And they come into this one, I think they're in the top 4. They're doing all right. They've got Arsenal at the weekend. Play Brighton tonight and they lose their heads. Falling apart. Just as they play Arsenal. Arsenal will wipe the floor with them at the weekend. Chance for Forest, claim for the handball. Nah, you're not getting that. Archie, alright mate, how's it going? You still feeling good after the 3 points away at Bournemouth last night? And Scottish GHK, even as a Hearts fan, I'll miss Martin O'Neill. What a gentleman. Yeah, Martin O'Neill's a top guy. I like Martin O'Neill. User 688, well, don't bring it up then, Key. Let's just say he plays for HMP up front with an EFC player. No, not an EFC player. Not guilty, Your Honour. Not guilty on all counts. C Wheatley, nail biting if we're on top first 5. Mate, you'll probably score first. That is the most, obvious thing that's going to happen. I'm telling you, Sunderland will probably score first. Timbo, Brighton have been good too, though. They're third now. Are they up to third? Oh, wait, that's something that's quietly happened. I didn't expect to see Brighton in third, but fair play to him. Taylor H says, do you think we batter Leeds? Probably. Yeah, even without Kai. Listen, Leeds did all right against City at the weekend, but Liam is our Leeds fan. Liam in the chat. I apologise if you're on, mate, but I just think Leeds are absolute fodder. I think they're an absolute certainty to go down. Leeds and Burnley, between now and the end of the season, if teams who have European or title ambitions aren't picking up points against your Burnleys and your Leeds, not much down for you. Swifty, evening Key, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. How's things? And Archie, feeling amazing, mate. Need another 3 points on Saturday. Who have you got Saturday? Is it Forest on Saturday? It is, isn't it? It's Everton Forest on Saturday. Ooh, Everton Forest at the Hill Dickinson. That could be a good game. Adrian Berder, how's it going, Adrian? Wolves with a strike from distance. Too easy, that. And Jake says, Isaac double. Mark my words. Hannah Pickford, 234. Hi, how's it going? Kai says Sunderland have got a chance to win the Prem. Just how? And C Wheatley, I'm a Sunderland fan. We've got no chance of winning the league. Spurs 38 says, come on, Romero. Opinions on the goal, the overhead kick. It was a good finish. I mean, he shinned it. I don't think he necessarily meant it, but he shinned it. And it kind of, I think Ramsdale, slight question. Joe, listen, Joe, you're a big Newcastle fan in the chat. What do you make of Ramsdale on that one? Because obviously Newcastle have had an awful lot of question marks over their goalkeepers, not only this season, but last season in the summer. Obviously, there was a lot of talk they were going to sign Trafford. They kept Nick Pope because Trafford turned him down. He now looks like he might be up for coming back. But you got Ramsdale in on loan. Pope got a lot of criticism for the game against Marseille. Ramsdale didn't cover himself in glory with that goal, I didn't think. So, as a Newcastle fan, it feels like, I don't know, maybe you'd be a bit frustrated with both of those options at the moment. Timbo says Leeds hate us though, so we'll be up for this. If we weren't rivals, I'd back us comfortably. And what we saying? Sorry, Sam. Guessing you'd snatch a hand off now for a draw. No, not at all. I'd be quite happy if Liverpool were to win, believe it or not. What we saying? Mackenzie says hard for him to see through all them people. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh then. Maybe. Did you see the amount of bodies in front of him, mate? Ramsdale's fine. Okay, fair. Maybe I'm being a touch harsh. All right, I apologise. It's just we got an awful lot of Newcastle fans as well in the chat last night saying they thought, maybe you should have done a bit better there. Because it was a bit of a P-roller, wasn't it? Yes, there was bodies in front of him. So maybe is it on the defence then? Are you looking at Chow and Byrne? Are you looking at those guys to have been clearing it away? 3-star Red says, after the Lord Mayor's Anfield, we're still cleaning the shite off the buckets, and what big buckets they are. Callum says Forest will wipe the floor with Everton this weekend. Oh, them's fighting words, Callum. Mackenzie, Dubs is much better, miss him so much. And where are we up to? Sorry, Kai says Liverpool to win 3-1 tonight. Very scared, but 100% confident we will win. I'm your guy for predictions. Kai, didn't you predict Fulham would win last night, Chief? I'm not so certain. I'm actually a little bit more nervous now you're saying Liverpool win. Joe, probably the same fans that have been supporting us after the takeover who talk waffle. Kai, Liverpool to win 3. Oh, we've done that one. Sorry, mate. Snacky Chan. I love that username. From a Newcastle fan, if Isak puts 4 past these lot tonight, all is forgiven. And Dan, it went under Charles' foot. Should have been cleared, like. Well, yeah. Okay, well, maybe I'll let Ramsdale off. I apologise for giving him a bit more shite than he deserved on that one. Adrian says, that bicycle kick, how that went in last night, very frustrating. Well, I mean, listen, thoughts on the penalty as well, because I'll be honest, I am really surprised at how much kind of fume there was over that last night. I mean, I didn't have the commentary on. I have seen after the game that Thomas Frank has spoke out and he's been like, that's never a penalty and da-da-da-da-da. I thought that was the clearest penalty going. Is that not... Like, I get that the argument that was being used was, well, that happens every game, right? And it shouldn't happen every game. The refs have literally been saying all season that they're going to do more and more of these, you know, if you're tugging in the box, it's been a catchphrase on this channel for a while, any tugging in the box, we're going to be punishing it with penalties. And, you know, I felt like that crossed the line last night. I really did. Bentancur's literally got both hands around him. He's like that round him. And yes, there's a bit of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but you can't be like that. You can't. It's just not possible. He's like that round his waist, and they both fall down, and that's, for me, I thought it was a clear penalty. So I'm surprised that there was such a furore about it. Scottish GHK, recent keepers Newcastle have been given. It's cruel. Oh. Yeah, they need to shaka it up. That wasn't very good. I didn't like that one. Sorry. That was awful. That was terrible. Yours was much better. Yours was much better. I was trying to think of Newcastle goalkeepers. The earliest one I could think of, or the best one was Shaka Hislop. And I couldn't think of anything for Pavel Cernicek. None of them can Pavel it away. No, that's shite as well. I'm done. I'm done with it. I can't do puns. Clear pen, says R. Mackenzie. And Dan says also Spurs fans only showing the aftermath when they fall. Mate, listen, I absolutely think it was a penalty. I'm really surprised that it wasn't sort of massively, you know, resounding, definite penalty from everyone. Callum says it's not very Richie to say that. Paul Hexham, hey up Paul, how's it going? Good to see you. And the legend FK says it's nearly time. How's things? Things are very good with me. How are things with you? Good to see you. Great to have you in the chat. I don't want to turn it over yet because there's 8 minutes to kick off for Liverpool. We'll go through the teams though. I mean, for people who are staying with us for the Liverpool game tonight. Let's have a look. Oh, Forest have scored. Is it going to count? It is. It's there. It's Jesus. Igor Jesus with the goal off the corner. Oh, Wolves. Oh, no. Wolves. Sean Dyche. What are they arguing amongst themselves about here? I think Johnstone's going to have maybe a word with the ref. I don't know. Is there going to be a check on this one, sir? Let's see. Oh, hey. Do you know what? It's the City game all over. I'm sorry. If this isn't ruled out, Liverpool, you can... Oh... I cannot believe it. Honestly, if this one isn't ruled out, I will be raging. This absolutely has to be ruled out. There's a player stood smack bang in front of John Stone there. That's got to be ruled out. That has to be ruled out. It has to be ruled out. He's stood in front of him. He's blocking his line of sight. That's the second Forest goal in as many weeks that they've scored like that. They got one against Liverpool. They're doing it now. Oh, we'll just stand in front of the keeper. That's the old Sean Dyche shitbag tactic. Stand in front of the keeper in an offside position. Ref, if this gets given, as a goal, I am sorry, football is it's done. That has to be ruled out. That has to be ruled out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's not touching the ball or whatever. He stood in front of the goalkeeper. He stood in front of the goalkeeper. Smack bang in front of him, in his line of sight. I'm sorry, you can't have that. That's got to be ruled out. Has to be. Come on, ref. VAR, please, sir. Let's have this ruled out. Let's have a little bit of common sense in football, please. A little bit of common sense in football. Any chance? Why is it taking so long? He's offside. We can see he's offside. He's miles off. Why are they checking it? He's miles off. He stood in front of the keeper. He's miles off. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of them where only Liverpool are punished for this in this season. Forest goal stood at Anfield. It shouldn't have been. Liverpool's goal got ruled out at City. It shouldn't have been. And now if this one stands, I am going to be raging. Come on. Rule it out. Longest check in history. This is madness. What's going on at Stockley Park here? Are they waiting for someone to make a brew or something? Yeah, come on, check the old... Yeah, hey, there you go. The right... Finally, the right decision. We've got to the right decision in the end. Well, hey, hang on a minute. He's got to go and have a look at it first. Prince Rupert says, mate, your clock is broken again. No. Clock's not broken. We're watching Liverpool, Sunderland. This is Wolves and Forest. So the game hasn't yet kicked off, Liverpool. Liverpool kicks off in 4 minutes. We're currently watching a massive decision in the Wolves-Forest game, which could dictate my mood for the rest of tonight, I'll be honest with you. Because if this one gets given, what is going on? What is going on in football if this gets given? The referee's been sent to the monitor. I beg, please, I'm begging you. Common sense, please. Bit of common sense. Rule this out. We need consistency in football. You've got to rule this out. So corner comes in. Igor Jesus with the header. I think it's Ndoye. I don't know who it is. Is it Ndoye? I think it's Ndoye who stood smack bang in Sam Johnston's eye line in an offside position, right in front, maybe a yard in front of the goalkeeper. Offside for me, clear offside. We've had offsides given and not given for exactly this season. So, should be. Why is it taking so long? Look at it. He's watched this back. He's watched the exact same thing that Stockley Park have seen now about 20 times, this ref at the monitor. And do you know what? And the longer he watches it, the more it's going to come into, well, if I have to watch it this many times, I'm going to stick with my original decision. He's going to speak to the crowd. Offside, sir? Offside? Is it offside? Yeah, good lad. Good lad. Scottish GHK says, you say you won't stand for awful VAR, but we won't see you if you sit down. Well, that's true. That's also very true. Right, VAR rules it out. Sean Dyche is shaking his head. Sean, fuck off, Sean. Get in the bin, you. El Gravel voice. Get in the bin. You're talking nonsense. That's got to be ruled out, and I'm glad it was. That's great stuff. Bit of common sense in football. Christ. Still think Liverpool will be the only ones punished for that this season. Right. Liverpool against Sunderland at Anfield. Here we go. No, that's what we... Oh, Villa. Brighton 2, Villa 1. Where's the Liverpool game? Is this the Liverpool game? No. Yes, here we go. Liverpool-Sunderland. Right. So, Premier League, Liverpool lineups are as follows. So, Liverpool have made one change. It's Alisson in goal. It's Joe Gomez. Surprisingly, Joe Gomez at right back. He's been having injections in his knee. Hasn't played back-to-back games in years, Joe Gomez. So, Arne Slot said in his pre-match interview that he thinks there's going to be quite a few players for Liverpool tonight who can't complete 90 minutes. I am sure Joe Gomez will be one of them. But Joe Gomez at right back. It's Kanate, Van Dijk. Robertson comes in for Kirkes. Kirkes hasn't been dropped. He's just been feeling his hamstring was a bit tight. So Kirkes dropped for Robertson. Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz in midfield. with Szoboszlai, Gakpo and Isak. Wirtz maybe off the right, Szoboszlai in midfield. We don't know exactly how that sets up. Sunderland, it's Rufs in goal, Mandava, Aldrete, Ballard, Mukiele and Hume. Back five for Sunderland. In front of them, Lafay, Siddiqui and Xhaka. And then Talby, probably just off Brian Brobby. Brian Brobby, getting lots of goals recently, Brian Brobby. So let's see. Here we go. Liverpool at Anfield. Should be a fortress. Hasn't been a fortress far too often this season. But a massive, massive game, it has to be said. And very, very excited by this one. Let me know in the comments your predictions. Come on, the Reds. We've got to win this one. Back to back. Back to back for Liverpool. Scoreline. Here you go. Right, we're off. There you go. Here we go. Come on, the Reds. We've played it long and direct straight away. The pissing hell's that, Gravenberg? Burnley 0, Crystal Palace 1. Early goal at Selhurst Park. Oh no, that Selhurst Park kicked off a long time ago. It was 44 minutes. Daniel Munoz with the goal at Selhurst Park. So Palace, at Turf Moor, not at Selhurst Park. Daniel Munoz with the goal at Turf Moor to put Palace 1-0 up against Burnley. 92 FC says the biggest underrated keeper Newcastle had was Steve Harper and the best was Shay Given. And Ben says it's going to be 2-2 today. Sunderland have not won here since 1983. Oh, there's the kiss of death, Ben. There's the kiss of death from Ben. Prince Rupert says suddenly Brighton a third. This season is mad. Hey, still time for a lot. It's still quite condensed. It can all change very quickly. Reece says Mosquera injured. Here comes the downfall. We can all pray. We can all hope. Taylor says bye, Key. No worries, mate. Enjoy the game. Leeds against Chelsea. Taylor, our Chelsea fan there. Kai says gonna go. See you soon. Come on, the Reds. No worries, Kai. Maybe see you at half time. Kai's our Liverpool fans as well. Timbo Munoz is an FPL player's dream. Listen, Munoz is a top quality right back. Really, really like him. Ben says just a fun fact, pal. That's fair enough. No problem with sharing the fun facts. To be honest, in terms of fun facts, the last time we talked about this before, the last time Sunderland played at Anfield, they drew 2-2 and Adam Johnson was on the score sheet. Make of that what you will. Nathan says I predicted 4-1 win to win the home top. Fair enough. Isaac says limbs in the Gallagate when Isak puts 10 past Sunderland tonight. And Timbo says, I swear to God, if we concede to Calvert-Lewin, I'll cry. Calvert-Lewin tonight against Leeds. Let's see. Ben says, let's hope that poor run continues. Yeah, Sunderland failing. I mean, to be honest, you say a poor run. Sunderland failing to win at Anfield since 1983. They've not been in the league for a lot of that. And I mean, a draw tonight isn't a particularly good scoreline for us. Liverpool need to get back-to-back wins. We need to start, racking up some wins and getting a bit of confidence. The performance for me is less important than the result tonight. Sunderland are a really good side. They're in a very good moment. I would be delighted if Liverpool, again, a little bit like the West Ham game, got one bouncing in off a player's arse in the 95th minute. Sunderland with a great ball in. Oh, unlucky. Well tracked. Mackenzie, I want Arsenal to win the league, summit other than City and Liverpool. Well, fair enough. See, I just can't be bothered with Arsenal in a minute. Blake says, evening Key, back again, midweek footy. Good lad, good to see you, Blake. And Tolga says, there are 3 probabilities in the data. Really? Fucking hell, Tolga, you've blown my mind there. There's 3 outcomes possible in this game, is there? Yeah, Liverpool win, draw, Sunderland win. The data, I have studied the data and I have found that there are 3 probabilities in this game. I'm not entirely sure what that means, Tolga, but you're not. Talk about wood for trees. Our Turkish supercomputer Absolutely defying gravity with that prediction. There's 3 outcomes possible in this game. Do you reckon? Right, what we saying, Tolga? Oh, you're talking about the Atlanta game, that one, aren't you? Right, Sunderland, good block. Here we go. Samoa, I'm here live for a Liverpool game for once. Nice, good to see you, man. Nathan, we need to win at least 4. We need to get up the table, and tightest table for a while. And Arne Mackenzie says, actually, there's more Liverpool win, Liverpool draw, Liverpool lose, Sunderland win, Sunderland draw. That's all the same. No, that's still all the same. There's only 3 chances in this game. Reese, I'm starting to think your Turkish supercomputer isn't so super. Don't say that. Don't say that. Sunderland smashed it into the cop. Oh, there you go. Tolga's saying Sunderland to win. Tolga is saying Sunderland to win, or at the very least, Sunderland or draw. So basically, listen, Tolga, listen, you know that I am certainly the glass half full type of guy. I'll always defend you, mate. You've had a few bad runs recently. You got 5 incorrect predictions in a row, which is quite a grandiose statement for a guy who says that football is all theatre. However, you're saying Sunderland or draw tonight. If you're wrong on this one, oh, hey, on a Liverpool game as well, you're playing with my heartstrings here, mate. Don't toy with my emotions like that. Liverpool can't drop points here. We can't. The Turkish super fraud has had some stinkers this season. Oh, Leeds 1, Chelsea 0. Yes, come on, Leeds. Yes, Leeds in front at Ellen Road. Let's have it. Yes. Have that. The Chelsea pensioners. Tolga says Everton. Well, you did get Everton right last night. You did get Everton. Scott Downen says, brother, can you spare a centre-back? Mosquera hurt for Arsenal now, adding to Saliba and Gabriel. Scott, we can spur pretty much every position except centre-back. Oh, and right-back. We haven't got any fit right-backs or centre-backs at the minute, apart from the 2 we've got playing tonight. And even our third fit centre-back is playing right-back. And he's not played 90 minutes for about 2 years. So something tells me, no, I don't think you'd want ours. Chance for Sunderland. Oh, good save from Ali. Sarah Searson 1. How are Liverpool doing? 6 minutes in. This is our first foray forward. Robertson cleared away by Sunderland. Sunderland have probably been the better side in the opening 6 minutes here. We've been very standoffish, I'll say. Nathan, are Arsenal winning? Yep, Arsenal are 1-0 up against Brentford. And Mick92 says, up the Toffees. Toffees with a great result last night against Bournemouth. Prince Rupert says, don't Arteta play the same team all the time? He does, yeah, but is Gyökeres on the bench tonight? Because he played Merino up front again, I think. He keeps playing Merino up front. And honestly, it's mad because every summer it feels like Arsenal fans are like, we need a new centre-forward. We need a new centre-forward. And he's putting a centre defensive midfielder in at centre-forward and he's playing brilliantly. Brighton 2, Villa 2. It's half-time at the Emirates. Let me just have a look. It's Merino, Madueke, Martinelli, front 3. Odegaard, Zubamendi, Rice, midfield. Have they got Gyökeres on the bench? No. Oh, yeah. Victor Gyökeres is on the bench. You've got a £70 million striker on the bench and they're putting a centre midfielder in centre-forward. You'd be raging, wouldn't you, if you were Victor Gyökeres? You'd be absolutely raging with that. Mick says he's not fit, though. Who? Gyökeres. Scott Darnan says Arteta's rotated today somewhat. Saka, Timber, Gyökeres all on the bench. And Timbo says, how dare you celebrate our downfall like this? I'm now a Mackham. Mick, how are you, Key? I'm good, mate. How are you? It was a very good performance. I was gutted. I was a bit gutted. I was hoping Bournemouth would get the win last night, but Everton, that was a proper away performance for Everton, that. Here's Andy Robertson. Into Szoboszlai. Hit it! Yoy! First real chance for Liverpool, and Szoboszlai from about 40 yards straight at the keeper. First shot in anger. Just testing him. Just testing the water with this goalie. He's been known to concede from distance this season. And Scott says Gyökeres has just come back from injury. Sorry, okay, I'll revise that then. Arsenal only sign players who can play set pieces, says Scottish GHK. Well, Marino's very good at that, if nothing else, isn't he? He's phenomenal at that. MC, aren't we asking a lot of Gomez? We don't have a right winger, and he will need to be like a wing back. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we absolutely are. We're asking a lot of him, but Slaughter said, maybe I'm guessing Slaughter spoke to him and said, listen, Joey, how are you feeling, mate? Are you okay? Are you feeling good? Are you ready for a game of football? The second 90 minutes you're going to play in 3 days. When you've not kicked a ball for us in the first team pretty much for about 2-3 years, are you happy to play back-to-back 90s in 72 hours? And Joey Gomez has probably gone, yeah, snatch your hand off. I just want to be on a football pitch. But I agree, it's going to be difficult for him. And Slot said in his pre-match interview that there's quite a few players in this lineup tonight for Liverpool that won't be able to complete 90 minutes. So probably a few who are struggling, a few who are carrying knocks, maybe a few taking injections or medication, whatever, to get through this, painkillers, gels, rubs, whatever, magic sponges, all that good stuff. Jake says, mate, we've got £80 million player on the bench. It's not quite the same though, is it? It's not quite the same as us starting... Oh, that's poor from Sunderland. It's not quite the same as us starting a centre mid over him. That's shocking from Liverpool. Mick says, I'm good, mate. I'm made up after that mess on Saturday. Yeah, straight back to winning. And it's going to be an even bigger game against Forest at the weekend, isn't it? For Everton. Daz says, big up. Happy with that 11 with Mo playing against Leeds. Or will Mo play against Leeds? Do you know what? I don't know. I mean, listen, Leeds are 1-0 up against Chelsea as it stands. So going to Ellen Road on Saturday, 5:30. I'll be live for that one, of course. That one's going to be an absolutely massive one as well. Irrespective of what the score is here. Even if Liverpool win, going to Ellen Road, Leeds desperately needing to, pick up their form. They've played well against City. Very unlucky to lose. They're 1-0 up against Chelsea currently. They're not going to be an easy one for Liverpool this weekend. Welsh Wing says Sunderland dominating as if they were the home team so far. Been the better team so far, Sunderland. Liverpool sitting off. We're far too timid tonight here. Far too timid. But I will say this, we're holding our shape a lot better. I'm defensively, I feel like we're a little bit better than we have been. We're just not really creating a lot going up the other end. We feel a little bit too deep at the minute for Liverpool. Look at where Isak is. Isak's our furthest player forward, and he's embedded in our own half. Prince Rupert says, also, what the hell happened with Salah? He was banging him in last season. The second he gets his new contract, he just drops massively. Do you know what I think it is? It's because, mate, we've oh, that's naughty on McAllister. Yeah, we've had to change our system. Because we've got rid of Trent, or Trent has left, rather. We'd love to have kept him. But because Trent left, Liverpool had to change our system. So, it's like a domino effect, isn't it? We've changed a load of players in the team. Probably 40% of the first team has changed. And Salah now isn't getting as much of the ball going through him. It used to be every attack last season was going down that right-hand side. And Salah got loads of the ball, loads of opportunities. He's not getting as many opportunities now. He's not getting as much of the ball now. He has dropped off his form ever so slightly, but he's not... I don't think it's as cut and dry as, oh, he's got this lovely new contract and now he's fell off a cliff. Because to be honest, Salah has got as many goal contributions this season as Brian Mbeumo. And Brian Mbeumo, people are talking about him, oh, what a signing he's been for United, absolutely top class. Salah's done just as well as him. Here's Sobersley, over to the right for Joey Gomez. Good ball in, chance for Liverpool. Good claim from Roofs. Welsh Wing says, McAllister the little cheat. Broke a Sunderland attack then. Fucking hate Alexis McAllister, me. I hate him. For the Liverpool, I've never disliked a Liverpool player more. And a good Liverpool player at that. I absolutely loathe him at the minute. 92 FC says Man City won last night, but it's worrying. Fulham put 4 past them. Yeah, 6 goals conceded for City in the last 2 games. Still 2 wins, 6 points, but if you're conceding 6 against Fulham and Leeds, not good. And Daz says, is Wirtz playing right wing again? Also, who's playing right back? Gomez is definitely right back. Wirtz, I think, is a little bit more tucked in. He's a lot more central. So it looks like Szoboszlai possibly off the right. Yeah, it looks like Szoboszlai off the right, I think. Dunk, hello big fella, how are you? I'm good, mate, how are you? You blue-nosed rat, how are you? Ellis, hi mate, I'm Ellis. Good to see you, Ellis. How's things? And Ben says we conceded 7 against PSV and Forest. Yeah, but PSV and at least that's like European teams. You know, there's European quality there with Forest and PSV. And Welsh Wing says the Salah situation reminds me of Aubameyang. Auba was also due to leave on a free for us, but we tied him down. Huge contract, and then he just vanished. I have to disagree though, mate. I don't think it's a mental issue with Mo Salah. I think with Mo Salah, his drop off, which if you can call it a drop off, it's not actually that much of a drop off. He's still one of the top 5, top 10 performing attacking players in the league this season. So he's just not like dominating like he was last year. But he's 32, 33. The guy's going to have a little bit of a fall off at some point. But I disagree. I absolutely disagree that his issue is a mental one where he's not putting enough effort in or anything like that. I know he had the issue against PSV and I called him out for that. I think he's very frustrated and yeah, it's the things that were falling for him last year aren't falling for him anymore. And it's quite common, isn't it? It's quite common when top footballers start to... Maybe the team starts to think about what life looks like after they're not there. You know, the manager starts making some decisions about, well, you know what, Mo, with the greatest of respect, you're a wonderful player, but you're not going to be here in a year's time or 2 years. I have to start planning for life without you. So I need to start knowing what my team's going to look like if you're not in it. And tonight and West Ham, those are big occasions for Liverpool. Reese says David Raya is the second best keeper in the league and I'll hear no arguments. And Nathan says Salah has been too selfish. He shoots instead of passing. He's probably guilty of that. I'd agree with that. The legend FK, we Liverpool have been timid too often this season. Certainly started this game in a timid fashion. We're too standoffish, far too deep. Sunderland good ball in. Cleared away. Easy peasy that. Such a sloppy start from Liverpool side, says Lewis. Sloppy isn't the word I would use. Ben says the new Salah contract is not the reason he's dropped off. He's dropped off quite incredibly, in my opinion. He's been non-existent in games. Has Father Time caught up with him? I think so, but hope I'm wrong. But even that argument doesn't make sense, does it, Ben? You say, has Father Time caught up with Mo Salah? He literally broke the all-time Premier League record 6 months ago. 6 months. Like, Father, the drop-off is not that stark. He doesn't go from being like an absolute 10 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10. Like, players, the drop-off is usually relatively gradual. That's why I think it's a system issue. I think Arne Slot has gone, but we're changing 5 players out of a lineup of 11. So, we're not going to be able to go through the right-hand side all the time now because we've not got Trent and Salah over there. If Trent's out, then we've got either Szoboszlai at right back, Frimpong's been at right back, Gomez has been at right back, Jones has been at right back, Bradley's been at right back. We've had 5 people supporting Mo Salah on that right-hand side this season. And then if you look at his inside, who's been the number 10 alongside him? Sometimes it's been Wirtz, sometimes it's been Szoboszlai, sometimes it's been Jones. You know, it's. I think it's varied. I think it's a multi-layered problem, but I don't think Salah's not a good player anymore, or I don't think he's had that much of a drop-off. Put it this way, if you put Salah on the market tomorrow, every European club, every top club would be interested. Welsh Wing says Leeds-Chelsea also started off like Chelsea v Arsenal, lots of snide fouls and mind games. That's not surprising either, is it really? Leeds-Chelsea, very much bit of a rivalry there with Leeds-Chelsea. Ben says he literally has gone from a 10 out of 10 to a 5 or 6 out of 10 at best. Let's hope he regains his magic after the AFCON. Again, I would say that's you being a touch dramatic, mate. He's got as many goal contributions as Brian and Burmo this season. And Brian and Burmo, United fans would probably say he's been their player of the year. So, bit of context. Is he tearing it up like last year? No. But I think the drop-off argument is a little bit silly. MC, would you worry about Ekatike? What's his motivation to stay long-term if he wants to be a starting 9? Ekatike and Isak will be playing centre-forward for Liverpool in the next, I don't know, month? Inside the next month? Scottish GHK, thank you for the super chat. Definitely a system issue. Look at Kane. Very fair point. Yeah, Harry Kane. Very, very fair point. Yeah, I don't think Ekatike has any concerns about Liverpool and staying long term. At the end of the day, I know Isak's come in, but I do think Liverpool are shifting to a 4-4-2. I'm incredibly confident that's what Arne Slot wants. He's already played it multiple times this season, and when he's played it, we've played really well. Welsh Wing, I'm not actually sure where the Leeds-Chelsea rivalry all started. Did it not start in the cup final back in the 70s? Was it not when it had like Ron Chopper Harris and Billy Bremner? I'm sure there was a Leeds-Chelsea FA Cup final and it all kicked off. 1970, that's the one. 11th of April, 1970, Wembley Stadium, 2-2. Making it the first FA Cup final to require a replay since 1912. Yeah, it was massive, and the replay was staged at Old Trafford. FA Cup final replay at Old Trafford. But yeah, that was a little bit ill-tempered, that one. 1970, Ron Harris, captain of Chelsea. Peter Osgood, of course, what a player he was. And Leeds had Billy Bremner, Jack Charlton, Norman Hunter. Norman Hunter kicked everything above grass. Peter Lorimer. Eddie Gray, of course. Eddie Gray, who went on to manage Leeds later on in his career. Albeit briefly. Oh, he managed them twice, I didn't know that. He managed them in the 80s and managed them for a year in 2003, 2004. There you go. A little bit of history. Ben says, is Slot a touch dramatic to have dropped him for the last 2 games? He's been dropped from the team because his form has declined quite considerably. I think Slot has had to make a change to the system to get the best out of the team, and I don't think that's because of Salah's form. No, that's not Salah's form. Players get dropped not because of form. They get dropped for all sorts of reasons, don't they? It's not just because, well, you're not playing well. Sometimes it's the team needs a slightly different look and feel to it. Scottish GHK and the train issue, and 92FC says Sunderland might be the top team in the North East now. God help us. Liverpool chance here. Oh, unlucky. Wirtz. Great pass by Wirtz. Joe Gomez. Unlucky. Should have got a bit more on that. Sobersley. Gravenberch. Liverpool starting to grow into this game now. Still 0-0. Ball in. Isak. Oh, unlucky. MC says Slot has used Salah as a scapegoat. I think the fans and the media have used Salah as a scapegoat, but not for me. Ben says, always find it crazy. Used to get cup final replays, and everyone's got opinions, pal, but I think you're wrong. I've only heard you defend his performances, not any single other person. No, hang on a minute. That's not true. I haven't defended. Oh, Wirtz! Wirtz! Yes! Is it in? No, you fucking shitbag. I can't believe I've done that. Oh, Wirtz as well. That would have been brilliant. Oh, I thought he'd done it. Great play. Wirtz, link up with Sobersley. Played into Wirtz. Little bit of luck. Oh, fucking hell. So close. So close. Oh, okay. What are you doing? Did it go? Are we going to get a corner? Do we even get a corner? Fucking hell, Wirtz. Shithouse. Timbo, ha ha ha, Key celebrating an imaginary goal. Love it. Funny, aren't you? I thought that was in then. But yeah, listen, hang on a minute. Just to ring it back, I didn't actually say... I've not... Oh, that's a naughty one, ref. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. That's an obvious one. Book him. Get him booked, Siddiqui. He spun away from him there. That's an obvious yellow, that. That's cynical. Welsh Wing says Leeds in the 70s had an insane team. And Ben says a flow goal is imminent. He's magic. Shell says, come on the Mackhams, sorry. Come on the Mackhams. Welsh Wing says, I switched over when you cheered and I was confused when there was no goal. No goal. Sorry, mate. Demus says, is the game on TV live? It is, yes. It's on channel. What channel are we on? 503. We're on 503 on Sky Sports. Other providers are available. MJ, I'm watching this game and I've just itched. Okay. Samo Bob says, this Brobby is quite the diver. Well, he's done all right for Sunderland this season in terms of goals. Here's Gakpo. Good ball in. Headed away by big Dan Ballard to give him his full title. Really like Dan Ballard. Here's Gomez. That's a foul. That's going to be a foul to Sunderland. Good tackle. Really good tackle from Alexis McAllister. I've given him some shit this season. Gakpo. Oh, what are you doing, Cody? Fucking hell. Gakpo. Mackenzie got me happy for a second there. I'm sorry, mate. Blake, Chelsea without Caicedo isn't a pretty sight. And the league, the legend FK, are Liverpool waking up now? Have they defrosted? Yes. I think Liverpool have started to play a little bit better in the last few minutes. Dominic Nash, I don't like Liverpool. I want Sunderland to win the match. Here's Sobersley. Isak, hit it! Oh, yeah. Unlucky. Ben, you've liked Dan Ballard for a while, haven't you? He's a very, very good centre-back, Dan Ballard. Yeah, I like him a lot. Every time Sunderland they don't have him available, I feel like they're half the side defensively. I think he's really good. Nearly. Very, very nearly. Aldrete, very calm at the back for Sunderland. And Samo Bob says, Slot talked about players playing their correct position and then plays Gomez at right back tonight. He hasn't got any other option. We've got no fit right backs, mate. Frimpong is out injured. Bradley is out injured. We've literally got no fit right backs. So Gomez has to play there, and if he doesn't, then it'd have to be Sobersley or Curtis Jones. Timbo, some people celebrate actual goals less loudly than Key did there. Yeah, alright, I get it. I got it wrong. I jumped the gun. The legend FK, who's better? Liverpool is a far better team than Sunderland. Far better. Yeah, well, at the moment in time, Sunderland this season have certainly been the better side, haven't they? And I'll be honest, I think in the opening half hour here, they've done really well. Like, I'm a little bit, not quite concerned, because they've not created anything. They've not really hurt us in any sort of an attacking threat, but they've got in some good positions, and they're dominating the ball a lot more than I thought they would. Liverpool are very, very deep. Strike from distance. Alisson, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Clarkey says, Key, would you take Dan Ballard at Liverpool? Right now, mate, I'd take you at Liverpool if you was a centre-back. We desperately need any fit centre-back. Anyone. Just someone. Anyone who we can put on the bench so we're not massively reliant on two players, basically. But yeah, listen, I like Dan Ballard. I just don't think... how old is he, actually? How old is he? I feel like he's still got a lot of room to grow, hasn't he, Dan Ballard? Because he came out of the Arsenal Academy. Oh, he's 26. Oh, I thought he was like 22. Nah, I wouldn't have him at Liverpool. It's a little bit ageist, that, isn't it? If he'd have been 22 and playing like he was, I'd have said there's a lot of potential there. But 26, I'm not sure. I think he's a little bit in the Harry Maguire mould. Dan Ballard feels more like an Everton signing. And he'd go to Everton and be their best player. But, no, not a Liverpool signing. Good player, though. Like him a lot. Samoa Bob says 26 isn't too old for a centre-back. It's not, but I feel like he's not really what we need. Oh, that's good play. Here's Wirtz. Dancing into the penalty area. Wirtz pulls it back. Unlucky. He wins the corner for Liverpool. Good play. And Samoa Bob says he does seem like an Everton signing, though. Yeah, I think so. Be yourself, Dylan. I could play, but I'd lose me glasses. To be honest, I think most of our team need glasses, Dylan. You'd be all right. Welsh Wing says, you think Sunderland is tough here? Wait till you go to the Stadium of Light. Sunderland will score the goal, says Tolga. And Shell says, defo a Copite signing. Here we go, ball in. Unlucky. And Paul says, if we win, I will send a Galaxy to celebrate 3 points, pal. Always appreciated, Paul, but don't feel under pressure to do so. I just appreciate you being in the chat, mate. It's very nice to have you in, as always. McAllister, over to Sobersley, good ball in. Gakpo, chance must be. Oh, yeah, off the line. Big Dan Ballard again getting it away. And Samoa Bob says Sunderland are one of those sum is greater than the parts type teams. Very, very true. Yeah, very true. And the legend FK says Wirtz has awoken since that Germany-Slovakia match. I don't know when he awoken, but I just think like he's settled in, hasn't he? Takes time. Does take time in the Premier League. And we've got to give players, young players especially, he's still only so young, 20, 21, 22. Still got to give players like that time to adapt. I know he cost a lot of money, but the fact that he cost a lot of money doesn't bypass the fact that he's 21, 22 years old and needs time to adapt to a new language, a new team, new teammates, move into a new country, different culture, different style of play, different pace, physicality, all these different things. So if he was 26, 27, I would say less. I would say fair enough, the criticism's justified. But teams very rarely pay £100 million for a 21-year-old player. Strike from Sunderland. Overhead kick. Straight into Ali. That's good. That's better. Wirtz has been my man of the match so far. And Reece says Arsenal are playing like prime Barca. Lord Jesus. Sunderland off the bar was that. Oh my God. Sweet Jesus. Come on, Liverpool, wake up. Fucking hell. Can't be doing this. We cannot be having this. Season over if Chelsea loses to Leeds. And Samoa Bob says, I don't like how many saves Alisson has had to make so early. That just freaked me out a little bit, that. Yeah, here, let's just watch this back. It's Lefay, I think. It was Alisson who palmed it onto the bar. Blake says, Sunderland aren't here to kid around, I'm telling you. Shady Mwendwa. Hi, how's it going? Good to see you. And Jordan says, Mateta misses a sitter. Shock. Oh, God. Oh God, I tell you, it's getting feisty, this one now. Oh, what's going on here? No, I don't want the scoreboard moving. Thank you very much. There you go. Leave that there. Thank you. Oh, why are we playing as slow as a testimonial again, says Ben. Well, we're just... That's not a foul. That isn't a foul. MC says, been poor. Get McAllister off, Salah on, and Szoboszlai more central. McAllister, I'm telling you, I keep saying it. I don't know how much more I can say it. McAllister is the problem for Liverpool. It isn't Mo Salah. It isn't. It's McAllister. Clarkey says that was Trey Hume who hit the bar. Or was it? I thought it was Lefay. Yeah, Trey Hume getting forward for Sunderland. And Timbo says, if we lose to Leeds after playing so well via Arsenal and Barca, I quit. And the legend FK, I did say that I thought Leeds will survive. They've got the determination. Alexis McAllister, we've got to make a decision on. Unknown says, so poor so far, and I don't get what happened to McAllister, says Samoa Bob. I think with him it probably is up here. I don't know why or what's happened, but the only good game he's played this season has been against Real Madrid, and he was linked with them all summer. I don't know if there's anything in that. Might be nothing in that. That might be me putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5. But he's only had one good performance all season, and I wouldn't mind. But the rest of the performances haven't just been like, 6.5s, like just average. No, he's had like 5s out of 10s and 4s and 3s. He's really dropping some clangers, and he's causing us a real problem because he's like his movement. If you look at him off the ball, his movement is like he's running in treacle. He's not picking up any space. He used to be so sharp on the turn, like the ball would get played into his feet and he'd be off. It'd be a little spin and he'd be away. And he was always calm and composed in possession. Here he is now. He's on the ball. Let's see what he does with it. Fair enough. He's found a red shirt there. Over to Gakpo. First time for... Gakpo's offside. Fucking hell, Cody. Sweet Lord. He's born offside as well. Oh, he's like Ryan Babel. What is it with Dutch people being offside? The Dutch born offside. Samoa Bob says now he looks lost, but so does our whole midfield. We just need Endo on. Honestly, get Wataru Endo on. Wataru Endo for Alexis McAllister. I'll feel a whole lot more comfortable. Like, people have been asking me, Key, what's the problem with Liverpool this season? They keep saying they're looking for a simplistic one-word answer, and there isn't a one-word answer. But if I was forced to give you one, it would be Alexis McAllister. He is the closest thing you'll get to a one-word answer out of me. I realised that was 2 words, Alexis and McAllister, but you knew what I meant. You got the impression. That one might get clipped up. If I had to give a one-word answer, it would be Alexis McAllister. Clarkey says, I think it's Arne Slot's lineup. It's not Arne Slot's lineup. I mean, we haven't really got anyone else he can put in, short of maybe Wataru Endo. And he doesn't want to put him in for whatever reason. So that's the only thing where I'll start to get on Slot's back a bit, where he's picking him continuously. And Scottish GHK, Roofs has had a great season, most saves, so could be decided by 1 goal. Maybe, yeah, probably. Samoa Bob says, didn't they say that Endo can go this window? I haven't heard, but I would imagine that's the case. Again, he's getting on a little bit. He's been a wonderful signing for Liverpool, Wataru Endo. But we're desperate for bodies in midfield. There's lots of rumours that we're signing Ederson from Atalanta because he's available on a cheap sort of 30, 40 million pound deal. People were talking about him being worth 60, 70 million not that long ago. So I think there's a buyout clause active this summer for him. Ederson coming in would be certainly a help because he covers so much ground, and that to me is where Liverpool are losing games of football recently. Is we're getting outran in midfield, we're getting outrun, and that, do you know what? And that's that's diametrically opposed to what we were under Jurgen Klopp, isn't it? We were so intense and physical, and we ran teams away. We used to outrun teams every game. Now, and that was one of the things I was so proud of, because not only were we a great football side, we'd outwork you as well. We'd outrun you, and that was wonderful. Now it's a little bit of the opposite. Liverpool we've probably got the ability on the ball. We've got a little bit of touch of class, and we can score good goals, but nobody seems to want to run. And McAllister's one of the worst culprits, so for me, he has to go. Danny says we looked lost and weak, and Bradders, we shouldn't have got rid of Elliott. Where does Harvey Elliott play in this lineup tonight? You tell me. Because if Harvey Elliott is in this Liverpool squad tonight, there's only one place he is, and it ain't on the pitch. He'd be on the bench. Same place as he is for Villa. And that's nothing to do with his ability, by the way, because he's probably one of Villa's best attacking players, but he just isn't going to get picked because of the buyout clause and everything. MC says, agree on McAllister, too slow on and off the ball. Get Ekitike on for Gakpo. He's also a problem lately. Brighton 2, Villa 3. Villa have turned it round at the Amex. Who scored it? Chris Kamara. Someone scored. Villa are in front. And Philippine says, Key, my friend, you need to look at Magoma's goal before half-time. It was crazy. Onana with the goal. Hey, and he's been linked with Liverpool as well, by the way. He has been linked with Liverpool. Amadou Onana, ex-Everton, Shell. I don't know if you're still watching our Blue Nose, resident Blue Nose, Shell. You know, there's lots and lots of rumours doing the rounds that Liverpool could be looking at Amadou Onana from Aston Villa. Everton got 50 million quid for him. And again, if nothing else, he covers ground. He's very, energetic, athletic. He can get around the pitch. Good tackler. Obviously can win a goal off a corner, win a game off a corner. 41st minute, Liverpool 0, Sunderland 0, long throw in. And MC says Elliott could play where Szoboszlai is, slightly right, and Szoboszlai go into McAllister's spot. I mean, we've got a player on the bench who can do that, and he's not half bad. Mo Salah. Sunderland pushing here as we get close to the half-time whistle. Alisson comes out, punches it clear. Still not really any major threat from Sunderland in this game. I know they've hit the bar, but it was a bit of a pot shot from distance. Alisson touched it on the bar. I think he had it covered. There's not really been any real chances in this game. Danny, would you sell Konate then? It depends. If he wants to sign a new contract, then no, I wouldn't sell him at all. If he wants to sign a new contract, get him to sign it. He's one of the best centre-backs in the world. I wouldn't want him to sell to go at all. But if he's adamant that he's leaving in the summer, then fine, yeah, get him gone. No problem. Shell says, I liked Onana. Onana was a good player for Everton. He's probably not settled in immediately at Aston Villa, but I think he would be just what Liverpool need in the middle of the park. He wouldn't be the one that I would immediately go to, but it's that sort of player, energy, good tackler, physical presence, run for days. Exactly what we've not got at the moment in the middle of the park. We've got Alexis McAllister, who is running through porridge and just got lead in his boots. Here's Joe Gomez. Go on, Joey. Oh, Joe, don't fuck it up here, mate. Just get it out. Just clear it away, mate. Just clear it away. That'll do you. That'll do you. Be yourself, Dylan. Villa now 1 point behind City and 6 off Arsenal, and they play Arsenal this weekend. If Villa were to win tonight and then they beat Arsenal at the weekend, they're only 3 points off him. Hey, and what if Brentford pinched a point as well? Oh, what a ball that is from Wirtz over to Gakpo. Come on, 2 minutes to half time. Gakpo into the box. Cody, what are you doing? That's becoming a catchphrase on this channel. Cody, what are you doing? Cody. He's fucking shite at the minute. Leeds 2, Chelsea 0. Leeds are 2 up at Ellen Road. Tanaka. Oh, it's turning Japanese at Ellen Road. Szoboszlai. Oh, great strike out of nowhere. Keeper pushes it behind for the corner. Oh, Leeds 2-0 up. And Danny, if you was Liverpool manager, how would you set the team out? 4-4-2, Danny. 4-4-2, Isak, Ekitike, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Gravenberch, and a number 6, whoever the number 6 is. Can't be McAllister. We need a new number 6 in January. And then in defence, yeah, Konate, Van Dijk, Frimpong and Kirkes. But we've not been able to play them so often this season, sadly. Gravenberch, you've got to win that. Konate, over. Isak, into the box. Joey, get it back in, Gomez. Chance for Liverpool. Yeah, what a header. Unlucky. Alexis McAllister, I've given him so much shit all game. Ben says they'll be Maresca out at full time, those Chelsea slags. And Ben says 4-4-2. Exactly. Scott Downing, excellent from Leeds. Yep. Was that a save? It was off the post. Both teams have hit the woodwork now. Jake says 2-0 to Leeds. Chelsea are shit without Caicedo. And Samo Bob says, remember the team of Carragher chant. Need a team of Szoboszlai now. Yeah. Dominic Szoboszlai. Team of Szoboszlais would do alright, wouldn't they? Blake says Chelsea without Caicedo are very, very concerning. And MC says there's no one told Gakpo to stop doing the exact same thing every single time he gets the ball. Yeah, cut onto your right-hand side and shoot. To be honest, though, to be fair, MC, like, Salah's built a career out of that. You know, sometimes, and Arjen Robben was the same. Another Dutch winger. How many times you knew what he was going to do, you just couldn't stop it. There's nothing wrong necessarily with being a predictable winger. It's just being able to pull it off. Like, you've got to be able to maybe go both ways. Corner to Sunderland. 1 minute of added on time here at Anfield. Dan Ballard trudging forward. Oh, we can't concede before half-time. We cannot concede before half-time. Come on, Liverpool. Keep them out. Big set piece to defend before the half-time whistle. If Sunderland score here, honestly, the second half's going to be an absolute horrible show. Here we go. Sunderland ball in. Right to the far post. Headed back in. Got to clear it away, Canate. Strike from distance. Oh, Ali. Ooh, nearly a Jordan Pickford moment there. Alisson pushes it over the bar for another corner. C. Wheatley says, would say we've been the better team. I'd agree with you. I would agree with you. Sunderland have been the better team. Liverpool have hit the post. Sunderland have hit the bar. I think you've been probably the better side in possession. We've not really conceded any chances to you. But then again, you've not to us. I think it's been a good game from the manager's point of view. I think both managers would be relatively content with the teams defensively. But going forward, certainly Arne Slot will be saying we need to take a few more risks. We've got to commit some more bodies forward. Got to be slightly sharper with our passing in the final third. Ball whipped in. Good punch away, Ali. Well done. And that should be full half-time there, ref, is it? Half-time whistle. Yeah, there you go. Half-time whistle. Half-time whistle. Right. Let me change the clock. Right, what game was that one? Chelsea Arsenal. No, I'll swerve that one. And what game was that one? That was West Ham Liverpool. I think we've done that one, haven't we? No. Right, hang on 1 second. Fowler the Scouser says, sack this fraud. What are you talking about, sack this fraud? What are you on about? What are you going on about? Tolga saying Brentford will score against Arsenal. Well, let's put it on. Let's put Arsenal on. What are we missing here? No, that's Villa. Arsenal, Brentford. Are we on the right side? No, Leeds, Chelsea. This must be Arsenal, Brentford. Yeah, there you go. Arsenal-Brentford, 75th minute. This should be just enough time for us to watch before the second half at Anfield, because there's 16 minutes plus injury time to go at the Emirates. Brentford only 1-0 down. Still time for him. Come on, Brentford. Callum says, thought Carter was a Liverpool fan. Sounds like he's still a blue. He's so bitter on comms. And Ben says, I think we just need to accept this is going to take a fair amount of time. Well, yeah, I know, but that's you've got to have a little bit of patience with the manager. The guy's changing literally 40 to 45% of the squad. Wolves 0, Forest 1. Oh, Wolves. Igor Jesus, he had a goal ruled out in the first half, but now, 20 minutes to go, he scored at Molineux. Unlucky. Really unlucky. Right, I need to... Why is the clock still running? What are you doing, Key? Let me pause the clock. Second half, reset. There we go. Right, 3-star Red says, the sleeping giant is awake, 1-0 Forest. Jesus hits the target. Right, Arsenal coming forward. Keep them out, Brentford. I'll tell you what, Tolga, if you're right about Brentford and you're saying they'll score, with 15 minutes left, we've got our Turkish supercomputer telling us that Brentford will score. He's adamant. He's adamant that Brentford will score. The Turkish supercomputer. Is he going to get it right, though? 15 minutes to go. Will Brentford score? Yamalyuk for Brentford. MC says Salah can go down the line and he has the outside of the boot pass to keep defenders thinking. And Blake says Wolves, it's all over, sadly. Taylor, load of shit, Key. Not good for Chelsea, is it, Taylor? And Paul says, you've got to see this, pal, say when ready. Yes, go on, I'm ready, I'm ready. Go for it. I'll go for it, let's see if we can see. The Egyptian King. Oh, I love that. Screenshot it for me if you can. Oh, I love that. Guilty Spark says, better be improving second half. Can't be having the Mackhams beating you. I don't think they'll beat us, but, you know, it wouldn't be surprising. Wouldn't be surprising. United Days. Another local Scouser. I was born in Liverpool. What more do you want? What more do you want? Christ. Luke says, still don't think Liverpool will beat anyone decent. Well, we beat Arsenal. We beat Arsenal. Paul says, I'll do one more. Say cheese. Oh, go on. Go on. Let's fire away. Let's do it. Let me move a bit more central. Hey, I don't think I can see it on that one. Oh, there you go. Thanks, mate. That's brilliant. 3-star Red says we need a Christmas acca, Tolga. And Scottish GHK says Brentford won't score, unfortunately. They've got back into it a bit, but no chance. Listen, if Tolga... I'll start to think, if Brentford somehow get an equalizer, I'll start to think, Tolga, you might be onto something here, mate. Because he's adamant. He's adamant in the chat that they're going to score. Welsh swing. Will Wolves beat the Derby record? No. Listen, Wolves are going to... I think Wolves are going to get back into it. I really do. Some old Bob says, I know United fans aren't talking about fans not being local. I know. C. Wheatley says, people go on like we're not a good team. Oh, Sunderland are a good team. There's no doubt about it. You're also newly promoted to the league, and you know a lot of your players don't necessarily have that top level experience. So it's not necessarily a dig at Sunderland and the quality of the players per se. It's just more your experience, I think. You're such a new team. A lot of the players are quite new to the league. So I think it kind of defies and flies in the face of what everyone thinks and knows about the game. That at some point they're going to have a bit of a drop-off. MC beat Arsenal and Real Madrid. Exactly, yeah. Liverpool can't beat anyone good, but we've beat maybe the two top sides in Europe this season. Taylor says some Chelsea fans will say Maresca out. Like loads of Liverpool will say Slot out. It's delusional. Yeah, you shouldn't be sacking Maresca. Adrian Berder says Thiago. What about Thiago? Oh, Thiago's only touched the ball twice in 76 minutes. Scottish GHK, but he also said Sunderland 41 minutes. I predict he'll be right at some point. Tolga, the old broken clock. What a brew says, can't understand why Gakpo cuts in every time and loses it. They know what he's going to do. And I get that. We was just talking about that. Oh, Rangers are now 2-1 down at Dundee United. Tannadice erupts. Yeah, no, listen, I understand. It's frustrating when Gakpo cuts in and he loses it. But we've seen wingers do that. Salah's built a career on it. Robben built a career on it. You always knew what they were going to do. They were going to get to the byline, cut in on their stronger foot and have a shot. It's exactly what they've done every time. Fullbacks knew it. They still couldn't stop it. Gakpo's just maybe not as good at it. Samoa Barb says you kind of have to be a bit boring when you're newly promoted. Yeah, you've got to have that, maybe a bit more pragmatism, haven't you? You're a little bit more pragmatic and a bit more choosy about how and when you go forward, how many bodies you commit. Here's Declan Rice. Keep them out, Brentford. Come on. While it's still 1-0, there's still hope. No, not like that, you're not. C. Wheatley, Alisson nearly had a howler punch onto the bar. Listen, best keeper in the world. You're going to have to catch him on a very bad day to score something like that. Welsh Wing says, Danny, sausage roll in the mud. And What a Brew says, made a bet with my brother. First time he goes on his left, he scores. Robert Hunter, thoughts on the first half, mate? Thoughts on the first half for me are that Liverpool have been disappointing. I think we've been a bit too timid. I think we've been maybe a bit scared of Sunderland, honestly. I think and that's fine. We're obviously showing them respect. I think there's maybe a degree of that. We're showing a really, really solid side an awful lot of respect. And that's something that us as Liverpool fans are not used to. Newly promoted sides, no matter how well they're doing, what sort of form they're in, newly promoted sides coming to Anfield. No, we don't need to show them respect. We need to assert ourselves. We need to dominate the game. We're not doing that. We are showing them a lot more respect than maybe Liverpool fans would ordinarily be comfortable with. So I'm thinking Liverpool need to be a bit more... We need to impose ourselves on the game in the second half. We need to be a bit braver. That's what Slot will be saying. Defensively, not too bad. You've not really got anything to worry about defensively. You know, apart from Alisson tipping one onto the bar and set pieces, we've generally been okay. We've been all right. They haven't really hurt us going forward. Equally, we've not hurt them. And I think we need to start getting into some better areas, getting a little bit more braver, a bit more zip on the pass in the second half, put a bit more pace on the pass. Just quicken things up a little bit. Yam's thoughts on Marino. Just doesn't stop scoring. He's annoying. Honestly, if there's an Arsenal player that is the most annoying Arsenal player, it's Mikel Marino, because he shouldn't be as good as he is. He literally shouldn't be as good as he is to be a central midfielder playing at centre forward, and he every time. Rice is down here for Arsenal. Is he going to have to limp off the pitch? Oh, yeah, doesn't look good. C. Wheatley says we're in your faces like, oh yeah, you're straight into everything. No denying that. 3-star Red says just polished off a Greg sausage roll. Ooh, no. And Welsh Wing, speaking of Greg sausage roll or steak bake, do you know what? Both give me... Even just thinking about them give me really bad indigestion. Don't touch either. Not my thing. In spite of appearances, I assure you. I'm not into Greg's sausage rolls or steak bakes. Why is it doing that? Why does my chat keep freaking out? Right, you're going to go over there now, I think. But yeah, Danny Roll not doing so well for Rangers. He's struggling. He's definitely struggling. Who scored now? Brighton 2, Villa 4. Oh, Villa, I tell you what, Unai Emery, what a job he's doing at Villa. And I tell you what, if Tolga is right, who scored it? Daniel Marlon. Fucking hell. Again, this season is just defying everything we know about football. Aston Villa have been quite poor to watch for large chunks of this season, and yet they are like a point behind City. They're flying. They're absolutely flying. Here we go. Standings. Where are we up to? Standings. Villa are a point behind City and 6 behind Arsenal. I mean, hey, if Brentford managed to nick one here, Villa play Arsenal at the weekend. Imagine that. Imagine a circumstance where Brentford pinch a point here, and then Villa beat Arsenal at Villa Park at the weekend. A weakened Arsenal as well, by the way. They'd go a point off the top of the league coming up to Christmas. Oh! Jake says no goals conceded in over 135 minutes, so that's good. And Bradder says, who do you think gets the goals for us, if anyone? It's probably going to be Isak or Wirtz. They've been the two that have been... And Szoboszlai has been sort of flying around the edge of the box. I mean, McAllister's at the post. We're getting into some half-decent positions. Szoboszlai's having a few pot shots from distance, which always... I don't like that. I may be being a bit hypocritical because I've called for Szoboszlai repeatedly over the last 12 months to have a go from distance a bit more. When he scored that worldie against Arsenal, I was a bit like, come on, you've got to have a go from distance a bit more. We know you've got it in your locker. He's a wonderful player, great striker of the ball. But he doesn't do it enough. And when he does do it, it's like in the wrong moment. That's a great header from Marino. They've just showed the Arsenal goal back. That is an absolutely phenomenal goal. Just a great ball in from Ben White. Oh, and David Raya with a wonderful save as well. Do you know what? If Arsenal win the league this season, fair fucking play. That was brilliant. David Raya, big save in a big moment of the game. And Mikel Merino, a central midfielder doing the business at centre forward. Fair play. If they win it, they win it. Like, they've spent more than anyone else. That's fine. Inevitably, they're going to win it at some point. But fair play. They're a good side, Arsenal. MUFC says Chelsea losing to Leeds. Yeah, 2-0 down Chelsea at Ellen Road. Struggling as well. And Clarkey says Liverpool a bit too slow on the ball and trying to walk the ball into the net. Yeah, we're not imposing ourselves on the game so far. We're struggling. We're very, very much struggling. Callum says Brighton have been awful. Villa will definitely punish Arsenal at the weekend. And Shell says I'm made up you beat them at Anfield. 3-star Reds, I'm beginning to wonder myself at this moment. Still don't know how Liverpool beat Arsenal at Anfield. Just Dominic Szoboszlai. It was kind of like this game, wasn't it? The Liverpool-Arsenal game was very similar to the game we're seeing now with Sunderland. It was like a shit boxing match where both teams are like not quite going for it. We're just kind of standing off each other. And then all of a sudden, one big jab from Dominic Szoboszlai and we floored him. 1-0, won the game. Mo Salah is about to come on for Liverpool, by the way. Mo Salah is about to enter the pitch at half-time. That's the news that we're getting. Who's he coming on for, Chris Kamara? Who would we say? Mo Salah, I imagine, maybe for... Do you know what? I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be like Mo Salah for Joe Gomez. Oh, it's for Gakpo. Gakpo. Mo Salah on, Gakpo off, which means Wirtz is going to go to the left and Salah off the right where he normally is. Right, that's fine. Okay, so Wirtz, Salah, Szoboszlai in the 10, Gravenberch, McAllister sitting. Okay, Mo Salah, come on. Can Mo Salah come on and make a difference for this Liverpool side? Shell says, what games at the weekend, Key? What games at the weekend? I'm doing Villa against Arsenal. Let's have a look, actually. Let's have a quick look, because I don't even think I've decided myself this weekend who we're doing. Saturday, so 12:30 is Villa Arsenal. Oh, 5:30 is Liverpool Leeds. Leeds at Ellen Road, obviously. So Leeds, Liverpool. Brighton 3, Villa 4. Christ, we've had some good games this week, haven't we? 5-4 with Fulham and City last night. Now it's Brighton 3, Aston Villa 4 at the Amex. What a goal as well. Jan-Paul van Hecke. Oh, right, we're going to have to put Liverpool back on. I can't be watching Arsenal Brentford, I'm sorry. Tolga, if Brentford score, I'll apologise. I tried. But Mo Salah about to enter the field. Come on, Mo. Come on, Mo. Samo Bob says, when's the next National League watch-along? I don't plan that far ahead. I know we'll have National League and League One and League Two watch-alongs, and we've got a Championship watch-along this Friday, Hull City against Borough on the channel. As you know, if you're watching now and you've not followed me yet, I will just say I'm live every single day doing watch-alongs. I've done more watch-alongs than any other football channel, any other on YouTube. Nearly 600 this year. You don't get that with any other football channel. We've done League One, League Two, National League, the Latvian League, the Icelandic League. We've done over 40 competitions across Europe and the world, actually. We've done the Argentinian League. And we'll be doing the AFCON. We'll be doing AFCON watch-alongs as well. So if you want to do watch-alongs, if you like these sorts of watch-alongs, hit the like button, hit the follow button. I am live every single day. Live tomorrow for Manchester United against West Ham. Could be 4-4 by full time in that Aston Villa Brighton game. But we're back off here at Anfield. Salah has come on for Cody Gakpo. Some more Bob says, insane production, Key. Do a watch along for the MLS Cup. I'd love to do an MLS game. It's just, I'd have to be up at daft o'clock in the morning, mate. That's the only problem. I've done an Australian League game. I've watched the Aussie League at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I've done a watch-along with that. Ben says, I love Fram. Fram, the Icelandic champions, I'm predicting. Samoa Bob says the final is coming up and it's not that late for you, I think. I'd have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look and see what time it starts. Jay Sakini says, I wouldn't mind that Van Hecker at Liverpool, to be fair. He's another one who's been linked. Again, Dutch centre-back. He'd probably fit Arne slot and what he's looking for like a T. To a T. But we need to keep Sunderland out here. Chance for Sunderland. Well cleared away by McAllister. And Salah picks the ball up for the first time. Oh, unlucky Mo. Better. He ran past his man, but couldn't quite make it count. Good pressing from Florian Wirtz. Welsh Wing says, oh my God, Wolves almost equalised. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. Tolga, I'm going to say it, Tolga. You said Brentford were going to score. You were adamant that Brentford were going to score a goal. Well, there is a goal in the Arsenal game, but it's Bukayo Saka off the bench and it's 2-0. Arsenal soaring clear at the top of the league, but Villa not far behind them. If Villa can hang on to that win against Brighton, they're only 6 points behind Arsenal, and they play Arsenal this weekend. I'm going to be live for it, so let's see how that one goes at Villa Park. That'll be a great game. Salah switches the play to Wirtz. What a pass. Well cut out, actually. Shell says, watch the Aussie League on TNT since I'm up so early. There's always football on. Like I say, I'm live on Christmas Day this year. I'm live on Christmas Day. I'm live on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I'll be live every single day. At least one watch-along. Samoa Bob says it's Saturday at 11:30am PST, so starts 30 minutes before this game today. Oh, okay. That could work. I'll have to see who's on at the same time. Joe Gomez over to Mo Salah. Gravenberch. Wirtz. McAllister. Go on, Flo. Go on, Flo. Back to Maka. Get it in the box. Yeah. If Joe Gomez scores, I'm going to lose my head tonight. That's the what. I'd love that. Bree says Kelleher has had an absolute howler there. And Bradders, if the rest of the team had been performing, Szoboszlai would be in contention for the player of the season. He's had a great season for us so far, hasn't he? Right, here's Gravenberch. Kanate, Szoboszlai. Over to Mo Salah. Salah with the ball in. Oh, that could be a foul, ref. Are we giving it, sir? Are we having a foul? Are we having a look at that? Oh, he gives the free kick, but he's let it play on. We didn't want play on. We'd have probably done with the free kick there, ref. I'm surprised that Chelsea are getting battered by Leeds, says Kai. Well, battered they are. 2-0 down at Ellen Road. No Moise Caicedo. How do Leeds fit? I mean, if Leeds were to get a result against Chelsea, I'd be feeling very nervous about Liverpool playing them again at Ellen Road this Saturday, 5:30. Very nervous about that one. Here's Gravenberch, out to Wirtz. Over to Szoboszlai. Hit it. Oh, that's brilliant from Szoboszlai. Here we go, get it into the box. Now you can hit it. Over to Salah. Mo, we've got to be a better first touch than that. Got to do better. Here's Florian Wirtz. Robertson, blocked by Sunderland, out for a throw-in. Liverpool starting this second half much better than certainly better than we started the first. We've got Sunderland penned into their own penalty area pretty much in this opening 5 minutes. Starting to dominate possession a little bit more and assert ourselves. This is a bit more like it from Liverpool. That's a foul, ref. No, Salah taken out. Talby did very well there, Sunderland. And Kai says, I live in Leeds, once went to a game and the atmosphere is crazy. Probably the best crowd ever. Yeah, I mean, Ellen Road is a... Leeds are known for that though, aren't they? Leeds always have a good atmosphere at Ellen Road. Jake says Liverpool have been the better side so far, second half. Yeah, still only 5 minutes in, but we've done all right, haven't we? Certainly been better than what we've seen first half. Oh, here we go. Sunderland driving forward. Good tackle from Konate. Wins the ball. That was brilliant from Konate. Brilliant from Konate. Knocks it long here. Here's Salah with the ball. Go on, Mo. That's handball. That's handball. If Liverpool score from this, it'll be handball. Sobersley. Cleared away. And now Liverpool are going to put the ball out of play because there's a Sunderland player down. UTV Josh says Brighton 3, Villa 4 is a mad game. Yeah, absolutely mad from Villa. It's Siddiqui who's down. Konate with the tackle on him. Let's just watch this one back. It looked like a good tackle to me. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Leeds 2, Chelsea 1. Chelsea back in it at Ellen Road. Who's got it though? Who scored it? Bet it's João Pedro. Just don't be Enzo Fernandez. I hate Enzo Fernandez. Who is it who's got the goal for Chelsea? Neto. Pedro Neto. I don't mind Neto. He's all right. Good player. Scottish GHK says, so that prediction was a Saka you-know-what. I can imagine. Jake says Villa 4-3 and City 5-4 last night. What a crazy midweek of Premier League fixtures. Yeah, this is what you get in the Premier League. Alisson with the ball at the back for Liverpool. Robbo, back to Verge. Verge has not done any of those diagonals, and just as I say that, he's done a lovely one straight to a Sunderland player. Probably shouldn't have done that. It's finished. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. Tolga, what happened? Tolga, we can't take you serious, mate. If you're saying that Brentford are going to score, and they don't score, can't take you seriously, especially then when you say Sunderland are going to win here at Anfield. Neil says this is embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing? Why is it embarrassing? Mate, Sunderland have been one of the form teams in the Premier League this season. They've won at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal couldn't beat them. Why is it embarrassing, Neil? Like, with the greatest of respect, mate, this is why Liverpool fans occasionally will get a bit of stick. Because it's arrogance, that. It's arrogance. We have no right to win this game of football just because we're Liverpool and they're Sunderland. They're a newly promoted side, we're the champions. At the end of the day, form dictates that Sunderland are probably better than Liverpool this season. They're not necessarily the better team, but they have been the better team, and they've got some fantastic results. They beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, which we couldn't do. Arsenal at home is no difficult task for them. They got a draw against Arsenal. They came from behind to beat Bournemouth at home. I feel like it's a little bit harsh to say that we should be winning this and it's embarrassing otherwise. Thank God we scrape a win. Forest have won 1-0. Palace have won 1-0 at Turf Moor. Kai says Villa went from 2-0 down to going 4-2 up and now 4-3. Yeah, has that one finished yet? Has that one finished at the Amex? I don't think it has yet, has it? Still ongoing at the Amex. 94th minute there. Still going at Wolves, to be honest. 98th minute at Molineux. That one's 1-0. Just these two, Leeds and Chelsea. Liverpool, Sunderland in the early 50th minute. It was 55 minutes here at Anfield. 54 at Elland Road. And Wolves Forest has finished too. So, oh, that's a bad tackle from Joe Gomez. That's going to be a yellow card for Liverpool. Yeah. Yellow card. Poor tackle from Joey. He did take him down there. That's not good. Oh, Mandava beating you to the ball, Gomez. That's not a good look. Nah, sloppy. Free kick to Sunderland here. Neil says because we spent 963 million euros in the last two windows and it's still not working. What do you mean? That's exactly why it's not working. Do you not see a correlation between those two things? That if you change maybe 50% of the team, that it's going to be hard to kind of keep the same momentum. There might be a bit of a bedding in period. Do you think that might be a factor, Neil? If you change 50% of the team, that might be an issue. Jordan says, I don't know how this isn't 3-0 Sunderland. They've got Liverpool on the rocks. Jordan, what are you on about? How are you saying 3-0 Sunderland? They've not done anything. not done anything. They've had a shot from distance, which Alisson tipped onto the bar. He's not done anything. Enzo Lafay with a free kick for Sunderland here. And Bryn says Palmer's coming on for Chelsea at Ellen Road. Welsh Wing says almost 4-4. What a save at the Amex. Is it full time anyway? Brighton, no, it's still going, that one. 96th minute at the Amex. How many minutes added on time there? 6 minutes. Straight out of play from Sunderland. Nice and easy. We'll take that. Be yourself, Dylan. Leeds 3-1. Have they gone in front? No. No, they've not, Dylan. You're telling porcupines. Here's Sobersley. Straight out for a throw-in. Jordan says, Keynos, I'd been watching it 10 seconds because of Palace. I was going to say, I knew that was a wind-up from you, Jordan. Absolute standard. Good win for Palace away at Turf Moor, though, if nothing else. Be yourself, Dylan. It was disallowed. I was only joking anyway. I knew you weren't telling porcupines. Just, I just thought it might have been disallowed. Sobersley into Salah. Liverpool corner. Come on, Liverpool. Come on, Liverpool. Corner kick. Still delicately poised at 0-0. We can't be... Even a point against these, like, no offence, I like Sunderland a lot, they've done really well, but even a point against these would feel like a loss. And that's nothing to do with Sunderland, it's just because of the fact that we've been so poor recently. We've got to win. Back-to-back wins is, like, huge for us. It's hugely important we get back-to-back wins. And I'd be saying that whoever Liverpool were playing here. Salah, Kanate, cleared away, Salah again, good block. Welsh Wing says, handbags now at Brighton Villa. Rodri goated, how's it going, Rodri? And Nostalgia Bunker says, Arsenal won, will the big dogs Liverpool respond? I don't think Liverpool are still even in that conversation, to be honest, mate, in the nicest possible way. We just aren't. Jordan says, to be fair, good results, but fuming like most Palace fans. He moans and moans, players aren't fit, then plays a full strong 11. Sobersley, over the bar. Then plays a full strong 11 when there's players like Hughes and Cambo who can do a job. Will Hughes didn't play today. That's surprising. I would have thought Will Hughes would have been tailor-made for an away trip to Burnley. Good player. Tolga saying, come on, Sunderland. Oh, Tolga. Me and you are going to fall out. Hearts 1, Kilmarnock 1. Hearts, his title charge is stumbling. Well won that from McAllister. Oh, it was Robbo. Wirtz with a strike. Andy Robertson pressing for Liverpool. That's exactly what we wanted to see. And Reece says, I'm glad you've now come to that realisation key. Back off, lad. On your bike. All over. 3-4 Villa. Good result for Villa. Here's Brobby for Sunderland coming forward. Kanate. It's going to be a foul. But no, Sunderland carry on with Talby down the left-hand side. Keep him out. Talby's in. Keep him out. Oh, great tracking back from McAllister. Christ, again, I've given him so much stick, but good play that McAllister tracking back. Salah gives the ball away. Come on, Mo. Come on, Mo. Got to ask for a better touch than that. You've come on. We need a big moment from Mo Salah here. Scottish GHK. Here's my Tolga topping prediction. 1-0 Isak 90 plus 3. I like that one better. I like that one better. I don't care if it goes in off his arse. I'm not bothered. It can bounce in off someone's nipple in the 96th minute for Liverpool. As long as it's a goal and Liverpool win. MC says Salah's made a difference. His position has made a difference. I think the fact that he stayed wide and has stretched the pitch has made a difference, because if you know in the first half, Sobersley was tucked in an awful lot, wasn't he? Oh, this is a big chance. What a piece of defending from Ibrahima Kanate. That was great. That was necessary. Very, very good defending. Alisson gave the ball away. Sunderland, good ball in. Brobby peeling off to the back stick. It was a good ball in that. If Kanate misses that, it's probably 1-0 Sunderland. Really, really big moment. Paul says Isak won't be on to score it. Ekatiki maybe. And some more Bob says, once a game, Kanate makes a grievous error. It's insane. Well, he's done well so far. Ben, a knob end goal in injury time. Come on, Liverpool. Sunderland corner. Chance! Off the post. Oh, off the post and wide from Aldrete. Ay, ay, ay. Fucking heart jump then. Joe Gomez scores the winner in the 90th minute would be the happiest moment of my life. If Joe Gomez scores the winner in the 90th minute, I'm flipping this table. I'll absolutely flip the table. I'll riot. Salah. Sunderland win it back. Sunderland started to grow back into this game, actually. Oh, that's good play. That's not a foul, ref. That wasn't a foul, ref. Wasn't a foul, that. Isak didn't do anything there. I'll tell you what, it's windy in Anfield there, isn't it? It's very windy. You can see Isak's shirt's blowing a gale. Paul, 5 to 10 minutes, Takatiki will be coming on. Well, there's a change here for Sunderland. Wilson Isidore about to join the field. For who? Brobby, maybe? Is it Brobby off, Isidore on? Yeah, Brobby off, Isidore on. Different type of threat for Liverpool. Maybe a bit more direct. Isidore, a little bit more physical. Still got that pace about him, Wilson Isidore. Good player. He'll be a different type of threat. He's kind of the same size as Kanate, isn't he? Look at him, big lad. He'll compete a bit better than Brobby will in the air, and I imagine that's what Sunderland are now going to do. It's been Liverpool's weakness all season, hasn't it? Direct balls, high balls, into the area. It's exactly that sort of thing that we've struggled with, and now Regis Le Bris is responding. He's putting on a bit more of a physical centre-forward. Ben Hughes says, Kevin Phillips, lad, and Welsh wing. Here's my Tolga topping prediction. Liverpool 0, Sunderland 1. Isak on goal, 92nd minute. Don't say that. Some more Bob think Liverpool need a midfielder to get up in the attack. We do. It's like, do you know what? I think it's just fear. It's like we're scared. We're panicking. Now I'm panicking. I'm gonna lose my job. We are. We're panicking. We need to be a little bit more assertive and a little bit more brave. And I think we're seeing the players go into the shell a little bit. We need to, stand up, shoulders back, lads. Come on. We're the champions. There's far too much. We're a little bit reluctant to push forward in case we leave some space at the back. And that can't be a factor. It can't be a factor. Arne Slot talks an awful lot about, Liverpool and risk and bravery, being brave, taking some bold decisions. And that involves maybe taking some chances that might leave the door open at the back. We've got to do that, otherwise this is going to finish 0-0. And 0-0's no good to us, and 0-0 increases the criticism. Salah, that's poor from Mo Salah. Bryn says, come on you Mackhams. Ben says, Kevin Phillips or Jermaine Defoe? Ooh, that's a good question. Kevin Phillips in that one season. There was one season where Kevin Phillips got 30 plus goals for Sunderland. He was absolutely phenomenal. Kevin Phillips was the better striker at his peak, but Jermaine Defoe was Mr. Consistent. He was always a really good striker. Curtis Jones about to come on for Liverpool. Now that's a good point. There we go. Someone just said, Samoa, I think Liverpool need a midfielder to get into the attack. You must have been channeling to Arne Slot there, because now Curtis Jones is coming on for Joe Gomez. Oh, that's like for like, innit? That's like for like. There he is. He's not even moved. Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones has gone to right back where Joe Gomez was all night. So we've just changed our right back. It's because Joe Gomez is inevitably getting tired. We knew he wouldn't be able to complete 90 tonight. And on a yellow card, he has come off. Ben says, I'd have loved Defoe at Liverpool. Jermaine Defoe at Liverpool. Can you imagine if we'd have got him? He's a great player. Problem was, at his peak, we had Fernando Torres, didn't we? That was Jermaine Defoe's absolute best when he was playing for Spurs and then winning the FA Cup with Portsmouth around about 2007, 2008. He did carry on playing a lot longer after that, but he was never the same player. So we had Torres, and I think that was the better time for Jermaine Defoe. Here's Salah. Over to Sobersley. Oh, good tackle. Salah back to Curtis. Different type of Liverpool here. MC says, don't bring him on for Isak. And MC says, Slot needs to make a positive move here and bring Ekitike on for McAllister. Anyone for McAllister at this point would be a plus. Alexis McAllister shouldn't be playing for Liverpool at this moment in time. His performances are incredibly poor. Welsh Wing says, Dion Dublin or Robbie Keane? Robbie Keane, yeah, that's less of a difficult decision for me. Clarkey, didn't he play for Rangers, Jermaine Defoe? He did, yes. MC, how much did this Curtis Jomes cost? New signing, Curtis Jomes. Curtis Jomes. Straight out for a goal kick. That's poor. Very, very, very poor. Ben, Robbie Keane for... Yeah, definitely. Tolga says, when Sunderland score, everyone's psychology will be disturbed. Hey, Tolga, I'm still waiting on fucking Brentford to score, mate. You was telling me Brentford were going to score in that Arsenal game. Where's that gone? What happened to Brentford? So Bob says, Robbie Keane, the Galaxy's best player ever. Oh, that's a bad one for Canate. Keep it out. Well done, Verge. Oh, Sunderland are in here. This is a good striking chance. Alisson. Oh, they've done it. No. Massive deflection. And they've scored. It's Salby, is it? Oh, for fuck's sake. No. We've done all right second half. We've deserved a lot more than this. But now we're a goal down and we've been far too timid. We've got to start pushing out now. Maybe Ekitike on is the chance for Liverpool to start taking some more bold options going forward. Because this is fucking shit. Fuck's sake. Talby, 1-0. 1-0. Who is it who give... Fucking Alexis McAllister. What a surprise. Massive deflection off Van Dijk. But Alexis McAllister losing a 50-50, pulling out of it. Van Dijk gave it away. Oh, I tell you what. Shite. Absolute shite. Big deflection. Can't do anything about that. Kevin Phillips in the away end there. Oh, I changed my mind. Jermaine Defoe was better than him. Jermaine Defoe was better than you. Wearing a patch on him. Fucking shitbags. Welsh Wing, Van Dijk backing off and twerking again. Awful from Van Dijk, says Ben. Chelsea are outside the top four now. Well, Sunderland 1-0 up at Anfield. They're in front as they were against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Good tackle from Canate. Luke says, I told you, Key, this isn't changing. West Ham was dreadful as well. Kai says, Canate's fault, to be fair. How's it Canate's fault? Van Dijk was the one who passed it out. It was either Van Dijk or McAllister's fault, or a combination of the two. Liverpool, when conceding first this season, there you go. We've got the resilience of a wet paper bag. When we've conceded first this season, 6 times we've done it, 6 times we've lost. This is exactly what you'll see with Liverpool now. 6 times we've gone behind in the league this season, and 6 times we've lost. Every single time. All the resilience of a wet paper bag. A cardboard box left out in the rain. That's what it's going to be. Come on. We've got, listen, this is where I'm looking to Arne Slot for something off the bench. I know we've got limited options, but McAllister cannot keep his position in that team. Ekitike has to come in sooner rather than later. We've got to see Ekitike on the pitch here. Cleared away by McAllister. And that's better. Liverpool on the counter, maybe. Poor. John, did you think that Newcastle second goal was a pen? Yeah. Definitely was a pen. Clarkey, and you said it will hit someone's backside. Yes, absolutely. It was always going to be a goal like that. Ekitike warming up now for Liverpool. 20 minutes to go. Ben, it literally is killing me. I've never really disliked a team of ours, but I do dislike this team. Do you know what it is? I hate the fact that everyone's turning on the manager and nobody's looking at the players. There's not nobody is looking at the players. It's unforgivable, that, for me. I can't. Yeah, I just can't acknowledge. Oh, that's better. That's wonderful from Wirtz. That's wonderful from Florian Wirtz. Over to McAllister, who loses it and falls on his arse. Fucking typical. Slot goals if he gets beat, says Magic Man. To me, I don't think that's the right thing to do at all. I would not be giving Arne Slot his marching orders tonight, even if Liverpool were to lose. Absolutely not. James Bonter, rubbish from Van Dijk, that. We've got to start putting ourselves about a bit more. And Curtis Jones there, leaving one on the Sunderland player. Good play from Robertson. That's better from Liverpool. See, this is it. We need to start seeing a bit more of that. Here's McAllister. Don't shoot. Fucking get him off. Get him off the pitch, him. Get him off the pitch. Now. Absolutely get him off. He is shite. He is absolutely shite. Look at that. Fucking Rose head in the cop. Wasn't even on. If you'd have put it 20 mile wide, it was still fucking. Ekatike on. Please take him off. Put McAllister off. Ekatike for McAllister. Has to be. If McAllister is still on this pitch at full time, I might well be slot out. Sunderland getting forward themselves here. Here's Talby, the goal scorer, into the box. Good play by Szoboszlai. Gives it away. And it's going to be a Sunderland player down on the edge of the box. Jake says, does Slot have to go? No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not Arne Slot. It's nothing to do with Arne Slot and everything to do with the players on the pitch. Scott says, Liverpool had a few key players get old all at once. Probably need to move on from a few sentimental favourites. City went through it last year. Scott, could not agree with that more. And do you know what we're seeing, Scott? We're seeing far too many of those sentimental favourites that you're referring to. Just hanging on to their careers at Liverpool, and they're not liking the fact that it's getting torn away from them. There's far too many of these players who are responding with petulance and, you know, not quite shoulders back and I'll show you how good I am. No, they're throwing the toys out the pram. Ekatike coming on here for who? Alexis McAllister. Yes, thank you, Arne Slot. About time. I don't want to see him in the game against Leeds. I don't care who you pick. You can put Trainioni in from the reserves. I don't care. Put anyone in other than Alexis McAllister against Leeds. He's been shite again tonight. Absolute dog shit. Shouldn't be anywhere near a Liverpool starting lineup. Leeds 3-1. Hey, Leeds 3-1. Get in there. Leeds are 3 up against Chelsea. Result. James says, bobble that. Who do you get rid of then? Who are the sentimental ones? Well, Kanate obviously doesn't want to be here anymore, even though, to be fair, Kanate's not been bad tonight. Salah, I don't think he's all that happy, evidently, with the way he's been shifted in the team. And I'm not just talking about the last couple of games. Cody Gakpo, we tried to sell him in the summer. Alexis McAllister, he's had one good game all season. Ironically, it was against Real Madrid, who he's been linked with all year. Keep him out. Yeah, there's issues like that all over the pitch. A lot of it stemming from contracts, ironically. And I haven't really got issues with the likes of Van Dijk. If we let Andy Robertson go on a free at the end of the season as well, I'll be fuming. He's the only sort of pace setter we've got in the team. Here's Salah into the box, back out to Szoboszlai. Poor strike from Wirtz. Robbo. Ekatike. Go on, Hugo. Just have a shot, lad. Do you know what? Just get in and just make some... Here we go. This is what we wanted. Hugo getting on the ball. He's playing from that left-hand side. Robertson stands it up. Too easy. Samoa Bob, I don't get the Andy Robertson hate from the fans. He's just one of them players. He's just one of them players. We constantly have scapegoats in this Liverpool side. I think most teams do, don't they? Doesn't matter how the team are playing. There's always one player who gets a bit more shit than the rest. And at the minute, in fact, for the last 18 months, it's been Andy Robertson. Here's Salah, stands it up, cleared away, corner to Liverpool. Ballard screaming for a foul. You're never getting a foul for that. Get up, soft lad. Ben says, I'm starting to think we'll be in Europe next season. He's not give a foul for that, has he? He's not give a foul for that, has he? Does he give a foul? Oh, it was a foul, to be fair. Fucking hell. Oh, Goal Bar Sport says, your thoughts on Dominic Szoboszlai. Like him a lot. He's been our best player this season, and it's a shame to see him in the Liverpool team that's really struggling. Bradder says Slot's become the scapegoat for bad team performances. Yeah, and it's cavemen. It's cavemen football fans, isn't it? It's people who are looking for a simplistic answer. Oh, it's the manager. It's the manager. It's the manager. It isn't the manager. The manager isn't the issue here. We keep letting these players off the hook. Players like Alexis McAllister have been let off the hook for far too long. Here's Wirtz. Good play from Salah. Give it back to Wirtz. Give it back to Wirtz. Oh, Salah, you fucking idiots. Can't pass 5 yards. Oh. Ben says, do you think we get top 4 this season, Keith? Yeah, I still do. But I just feel like we need something different in January, and I think it's probably going to be Ederson. There's talk about Ederson from Atalanta. We need a different option in midfield. We can't keep if we keep playing Alexis McAllister, I'm telling you, we'll probably be bottom half. We'll have a season like Spurs did last season. We'll finish bottom half with Alexis McAllister in that midfield. And it's so mad to say that a World Cup winner is falling off for that to that extent. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 92FC says, late Liverpool comeback on the cards. And Welsh wing, if I was Madrid, I would sniff around Sobbo, not Alexis. Anyone goes for Alexis McAllister after this season, it's going to be fucking Blythe Spartans. It ain't going to be any of the top teams. I've never known a player so good, by the way, last season. Probably one of the top 3. If you'd have asked me at the start of the season, name me your top 3 centre midfielders in the world, Alexis McAllister would have been in it. Oh, I've never known a player so bad. He's so bad this season. In everything he does, can't pass 5 yards. He's shooting from distance. He can't tackle. He's running like he's got fucking lead in his boots and he's running on treacle. Everything he does, it's shocking. I can't explain it. I haven't got an answer for that. But it's a big fundamental part of why Liverpool have been poor. And I can't look at Arne Slot and say anything other than, why do you keep picking him? That's the only issue I've got with Arne Slot. Why are you picking Alexis McAllister? Szoboszlai. Oh. The Legend FK says, late comeback from where? We don't even look like scoring. We don't, do we? This is now, where we are now, is where we were in the Forest game. When Forest were 2-0 up, or 3-0 up, when it got to 3-0, didn't it? At that point in the game, we were shocking. We were absolutely shocking, and we'd kind of switched off. Feels a little bit like that now. Sunderland making another change here. It's going to be Geertruida coming on centre-back / right-back. Geertruida coming on for who? Lefay. Midfielder off, defender on. There you go. Sunderland making their intentions clear. Defend for your life. Hitesh says Slot's name is on the door, so at the end of the day, he's responsible. No, he is responsible for fixing it. It's not his fault. That's what people keep talking about. It's not Arne Slot's fault when the team are performing like this, when you get individual errors like we've seen. You can't legislate for defenders like Canate making the mistakes like they did against PSV, or Virgil van Dijk twatting the ball with his hand. You can't legislate for your centre-backs doing that. That's not Arne Slot's fault. It's his responsibility to fix it, but it isn't his fault. Callum Villa says, even with refs on your die, you lose so many matches. And Ben says that's a pretty big issue for a manager you can't find fault with. He keeps picking a player clearly a million miles off it. And that's what I'm saying. That is my issue. It's literally his team selection where he's picking Alexis McAllister. But that's the only issue I've got with him. I can't look at anything else that he's doing and think, well, how else would he affect the game? His team selections for me have been largely right. Apart from that one. Here's Salah, Szoboszlai, back stick, easy, all day from Riffs that. Daniel says, hi Key, how are you? I'm good, mate, how are you? On a Permo says, Uftsarin key. Uftsarin, I don't know what that means. Just check the score on the Guardian, so I've come to watch you get pissed off. Yeah, on your bike. On your bike. Ben, he's only in a job for me because he's at a club who don't sack managers. We back them explicitly. And as we should. That's why we are Liverpool Football Club. We're not Chelsea. We don't sack every 5 minutes. That's not what Liverpool do. The manager is the most important person at the club. Here's Curtis. Intervert. Finish it! Yes! Florian Wirtz! It's 1-1! There we go! Yes! What about 007 now? Where are you now? It ain't 007. It's 1-1. And we're back in it. Yes! Florian Wirtz, he's done it. There we go. There we go. Tolga, on your bike, the Turkish supercomputer. It's 1-1. It's going to be 2-1. I'm telling you, we're going to win this. We're going to win this. Curtis Jones driving in from right back. Wirtz picks it up, glides in, drops a shoulder, drops another shoulder. Let's just check there's nothing wrong with this. Please don't rule it out for something stupid. Here's Curtis, into Wirtz, drops a shoulder again. Good strike. Get in there, 1-1. Yeah, we'll have that. Yes. Woo! 1-1. Ha ha! Get in there. Good stuff. The legend FK, even if we don't win this match, I'll take a draw if Wirtz has scored. And Ben says, I told you the flow goal was imminent. Go Lazio, says James. Yes, here we go. 2 goals, 2 deflections. Should be 0-0 by rights, shouldn't it really? Massive deflection on the Sunderland goal. Big deflection on that Wirtz one. But it's Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1. Scott Downen, Salah, 93rd minute winner. That's how these things work. Liverpool, Ekatike, stands it up. Oi, oi. Oh, unlucky. That was all right. We'll have that. Who are you standing up to, refs? You didn't do out then. Shut up, you divvy. Carl says, calm down. You're only drawing against a promoted side. Who do you support, Carl? Because something tells me if you're an Arsenal fan, you drew against this promoted side. If you're a Chelsea fan, you got beat against this promoted side. This promoted side, I'll have you know, have beaten more teams this season than most. Jordan says, if Liverpool win this, Sunderland have been screwed. And Chimey says, please God, Florian Wirtz, 90th minute own goal. Chimey, with the greatest... Look at Kevin Phillips there. Oh, like a bulldog licking piss off a nettle. Fuck off, Kevin. Shit you anyway. Chimey, please God, Florian Wirtz, 90th minute own goal. Yeah, listen, Chimey. Fuck off. West Ham are going to smash you lot tomorrow. I'll be live for that. You better believe I'll be live for United West Ham tomorrow. Come on, West Ham. I'll be saying come on, United then. Come on, United. But not the one you think. Taylor, I don't know what to do, Keith. 3-1, Chelsea Leeds lose. Oh, sorry, Chelsea losing 3-1 at Leeds. Sunderland stood up. Get it out. Good defending from Liverpool. Sobersley up the pitch. Come on. On a Permo says, calling Sunderland a promoted side reeks of bitterness. And Scott Darner says, Sunderland are legit. This is it. The entitlement that, oh yeah, you should be beating Sunderland like they're not a really good side this season. And they've not been one of the best sides in the league who have taken points from Arsenal and taken points from Chelsea. It's nonsense, isn't it? Jordan, I saw Luis Suarez run on the pitch and bite the Sunderland keeper when Wirtz shot. It's a screw job. Gerrard tried 2-footing him but slipped. Who was that at the back stick? Van Dijk. Van Dijk and Canate. You can give him some stick, but they've had 2 big moments in the game there. That's a massive header from Van Dijk, says Swifty. Absolutely agreed. The legend FK, I'd take a draw based on our current match. It's a tough match, really tough. No, we want the win. We want the win. There's another goal in this. Next 5 minutes, we're going to pinch it, I'm telling you. Lee says our transition is so slow compared to previous years. That might have something to do with the fact we've got a player in midfield running on treacle. That's going to be an own goal, and it's not even going to be Florian Wirtz's goal. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, no. Thank you for the gift. Appreciated. And on a Permo says, Jordan, you're tripping. James, shit you anyway. Fuck off you. Some old Bob says, Van Dijk tough there not to get knocked over. 2 players pushing him from behind. Here is Chiesa. Federico Chiesa coming on. MC, if it was Ekatike for Isak or Vert, I may have turned on slot. Well, it's Kirkes and Chiesa coming on, and I'm imagining it's going to be Isak off for Chiesa. Okay, so maybe that's Ekatike going through, and Kirkes for Robertson. That makes sense. That's okay. That's fine. That's all right. There's still time. Just a reminder, by the way, if you're new around here, please do click the like button and subscribe. I am live every single day watching games of football. We're live tomorrow for Man United against West Ham. We're live Friday for Hull City against Borough. Saturday, we're doing Villa against Arsenal and Liverpool away at Elland Road, Leeds United. That's going to be a big one off the back of this. Plus Leeds beating Chelsea 3-1 as well tonight, so that's going to be madness. I think we've got 2 or 3 lives on Sunday. I do more live watch-alongs than any other YouTuber. More live watch-alongs than any other YouTuber. Nearly 600 this year from 40 different competitions. We're doing the AFCON. We're doing all of them. So if you like watch-alongs and you want your team on it, give us a follow, give us a like. Sunderland clear the free kick away. Here's Kirkes. Canate, back to Soberslai, all the way back to Alisson. That's shocking. James says, if Sunderland nab this, I'm going to send you 100 chili jams. If Liverpool win, you send me 25. All right, I'll take that. Leeds need 2 defenders in January. Here's Canate. Whoa, why have I got a dinosaur on my screen? Cheers, Paul. Here's Verts. Into Curtis. Back out to Salah. Salah. Oh, he just looks a shell of a player at this moment in time. And EFC edits, Verts has done the tactical rebound off the defender like Jack Grealish. Paul Smith, even if we turn this around, Slot still needs to go. Shut up, Paul. Shut up, Paul. Another one of them dickheads we've got in the chat. Slot still needs to go. Don't talk nonsense. No true Liverpool fan wants Arne Slot gone. Here we go. Chance. Soberslai. Salah. Oh. Reese, shame it went down as an own goal. Lee Jen can't pass a cold Salah. Salah's just struggling at the minute. He's really struggling tonight. He's the team have improved since he's come into the pitch, but only by virtue of the fact that he stayed wide. And in the first half, we had Soberslai who naturally tucks in. So we've got a bit more natural width with Salah. Here is Salah. Here he is in the box. Chance. Oh, Curtis. Oh yeah. Come on, Liverpool. Jack, do you need a bit of attention at home or something, lad? Is that why you're spamming the chat with the same comments? It wasn't funny the first 9 times you said it, Chief. even the other people in the chat are taking the piss. Just wind your neck in, Chief. Still time left. James, are you doing the ticks at all? Yeah, we'll probably do a Wigan game soon. Here's Verts. Good ball in. Corner to Liverpool. Bald is best. His bird's getting bumped off his neighbour. Here, we'll just get rid of Jack. He's having a bad night, the poor lad. Come back in. Feel free to come back in when you want, Jack. Just don't spam the chat like a knobhead. Ben, you can't call people dickheads for having a different opinion, mate. Come on. I just have, and I'll do it again. Ball whipped in. Corner. Header. Handball! Handball, Liverpool! Handball, Liverpool! That's a penalty, referee! Come on! That's an handball! That is an handball! Let's have a check on it, sir! Let's have a check on it, sir! That is an handball! I'm telling you, that is an handball! Every day of the week. That's an handball! The first one was, and the second one, that's handball! I'm telling you, that is handball! Oh, it's twice! It's twice, and it's his hand twice! No, are we not checking it? Oh, you absolute Fruit Loop! Header! Yeah! Salah! Oh, corner! Is it? Yeah! Fuck off. No, it's not handball. We're not going to give that. Rats. Swifty, he's not even looking when it hits him. It doesn't matter whether he's looking when it hits him. I saw a handball given exactly like that in the Birmingham game earlier this season. The exact same thing. It was against Lyndon Dykes. in the Birmingham game. You might remember it. First game this season, I think even before the Premier League started. Oh, Kirkes blocking Van Dijk's header. Jesus Christ. We'd have scored then, right? We've got 7 added minutes at the end of this game. Match time. 7 added minutes at the end of the second half. Come on, Liverpool. We've got time here. We've got time. Craze Collector says maybe 4-4-2 is the solution. Isak and Ekitike up front. I absolutely agree. And we'll see that when Salah fucks off to the AFCON. I'm telling you. Those two will be up front. Scott Downing, if Liverpool were run like Man U, then they would fire the manager probably several times before the end of the year and then finish 12th. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly Man United behaviour. It isn't Liverpool behaviour. Jaden says, come on, Liverpool, man, we need a last-minute winner. 6 minutes to go. I'm telling you, if we pinch it here. Sobersley stands it up. Van Dijk header. Ekitike. Too easy. Keeper will stay down for 9 minutes for that now. Bryn, of course, you have 7 minutes. Hang on a minute, Bryn. It's 7 minutes because it should be 7 minutes. It's definitely... Dave, look at that. They're wasting time again, these. They're desperate for it. They're absolutely desperate for it. They're dying for handball. He didn't even touch him. And now Riffs has gone down like he's been shot. HS, send Van Dijk and Salah to Saudi in January. Here's Salah. Chiesa. Over to Kirkes. Come on. Come on, Milos. Ball down the line. Here's Ekitike. That's going to be a corner to Liverpool. Yes. It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you. It's coming. Jamie, hopefully this is the beginning of Liverpool's journey to the Championship 2027. Don't get too excited, you United fans. You just need to calm down. Listen, you lads are going to get beat by West Ham tomorrow. I'm going to be live for that, and I'm going to be soaking the atmosphere up in that one. You better believe, especially when we pinch a winner here now. We're going to pinch a winner. West Ham are going to beat you lads tomorrow. Come on, Liverpool. Out to Gravenberch. Hit it. Oh, not like that. Verts. Lobbed in. Kanate, flick on. Too easy. Too easy. Shell, night all, sweet dreams. Oh, Sunderland are in. How's this happened? How's this happened? Oh my God, how was he through then? How's that happened? Surely he was offside. Sweet Jesus, Liverpool. Fucking hell, I only looked away for 2 seconds and he was 1-on-1. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Curtis Jones, come on. 3.5 minutes to go to win this. Was that a long ball from Riff, says John. All right, okay, I didn't even see. Must have been a quick one. Oh, that's a great run. Kirkes, stand it up. Again, not like that. Sunderland, great defending from Sunderland, that. Really calm. Look at this state. I can't believe that. That is absolutely, honestly, that is amateur, that. That is absolute amateur. Wilson Isidore, clean through. And look who's back. Look who's back clearing it off the line. Federico Chiesa. Honestly. Swifty was in his own half, so couldn't be offside yet. Here's Kanate. 2.5 minutes left. Big 2.5 minutes for Liverpool this in Liverpool's season. If we can get a goal here. Curtis, good ball in. Only as far as Verts. Better. Oh. Come on. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. James says Kirkes is biz, proper poor in my opinion. Thinks that's the issue. Too many below average players for the team that's just won the league. Mate, how's Kirkes poor? Kirkes is not poor. He's literally been... He was in the PFA Team of the Year last year. He's only 21. He's young. He's embedded in a team that's, let's be honest, most of this team have been shocking all season. And Salah's a prime count. Look at that from Salah. So poor. Szoboszlai, switch of play. This is better. Good flick on. Wirtz, back to Kerkez. Oh, unlucky. Oh, now Sunderland counter. Just don't foul him. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. That's all right. That's fine. 90 seconds to go. 90 seconds. Come on. It's coming. It's coming. We're going to win it. Salah. Into Wirtz. Back to Salah. Corner ball. We'll have it. Corner ball. Do you know what? Fuck it. Alisson, get up the pitch. Szoboszlai to take it. Van Dijk and Kanate coming forward. Please, football gods, give us something here. Let's have it. Let's have it. James Bonser says Robbo came in from Hull, was an immediate impact, 10 times the player, even though he's a sweaty sock. Szoboszlai, fuck off. What is that? What is that? Our best player and he puts that ball in. That's disgusting. Corner ball again? No, shite, and that'll be full time. Dominic Szoboszlai, that is disgusting. We have a corner in the 97th minute and you need to do that. And you put that's a disgusting crossing. Doesn't beat the first man and bounces before it hits the near post. You could have picked a kid from the Cop and they'd have put a better crossing than that. Full time, Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1, I think. That's going to be it, referee. Yeah. Is it? No? Is he going to play on a bit longer? Ekatike loses it. It's going to be out of play for the throw into Liverpool. I don't think that's going to be... I think that's it now. Some more Bob says, corners that don't beat the first man drive me crazy. Unforgivable for me, that. Right, we've got 30 seconds extra than we thought we would have. Wirtz. Leeds 3, Chelsea 1. It's finished at Ellen Road. Hey, and we've got to go there on Saturday night. I'm live for it. We've got to go and play at Ellen Road, and I'm not looking forward to that one the way we've been playing tonight. Szoboszlai. Come on, Liverpool. Come on, Liverpool. We might have one more chance in us, maybe. But we've got to get it in the box quickly. Kerkez stood up. Not like that. Not like that. Ekatike. Hit it. Ah! Just over the bar, and there you go. Full time. Full time, Liverpool. Hugo Ekatike skying that last chance in the game, but there you go. Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1. Listen, I'm not going to go over it too much. At the end of the day, Sunderland have been a marvellous team this season. They've come to Anfield and they've played really well, to be honest. I think that's been a good performance from Sunderland. Big deflection to put them in front. Big deflection from us, from Florian Wirtz, to get us back level. Based on the way the two teams played today, a point is probably the fair result. Probably the fair result, that. It's not the end of the world. This is a team that have taken a point off Arsenal. They've gone to Stamford Bridge and won. Let's have a little bit of context here. It's not a terrible result to be drawing with Sunderland. The way that Sunderland have played, I'm relatively content with that. But we do now need to go and win at Ellen Road. It has to be a win at Ellen Road. Absolutely has to be a win at Ellen Road. Even though Leeds have just bashed Chelsea 3-1. Leeds have smashed Chelsea 3-1. Jack says, not everyone can beat Sunderland, mate. Hey, not everyone can beat Grimsby as well, eh, Jack? Wallabrew says, not a terrible result, but was a shite performance. Very true. It wasn't a great performance from us, but defensively, I thought we were much better. Defensively, it was okay. We lost, well, we went down to a goal, a big deflected goal at the end. I'm relatively content with that. Scott Downer says, great stream, Key. Cheers, Scott. And Ben says, forget how marvellous they are. The talk needs to be how bad we are again. We never look good, ever. Ben, do you know what? When are you going to New York? Hurry up and fuck off to New York. You're doing me head in with all this honestly, Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative in the chat again. Chimey, we are winning tomorrow. Good luck with your relegation struggle. Listen. Oh, hey, Chimey. You've set it now, son. Liverpool, listen, I'll be there tomorrow. Man United, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. Jared Bowen is going to ram that comment down your throat, Chimey. Come on, West Ham. Waterbrew says, deflected goal because Verge backed off his man. Caicedo all over again, but was better overall. Yeah, but deflected goal for them, deflected goal for us. It's probably a point is probably the fair result. Probably a fair result. Valentelli says, not with the same manager. What are you on about? Paul Slater, shite. HS, get Big Sam in to stop you from getting relegated. Daniel, thoughts on the result and the performance? Result is not a bad one. Drawing with Sunderland is not the end of the world the way they've played this season. I'm not disappointed by a result like this. The performance was a little bit timid. I'll say that. The performance was a little bit timid. It wasn't the performance I was expecting of champions. It wasn't the performance of a group of players who are shoulders back. We're going to show you how good we are. It was a performance of a group of players who are still a little bit fragile after a run of form that's been very poor, hasn't it? Ben, and you're Mr. PR who can't admit what he sees. Bad lack of integrity from you, mate. When did we last look okay? Well, when did we last look good? Villa, Real Madrid, we played very, very well. I thought we did quite well against West Ham. Different type of performance you're used to seeing against Liverpool, but it was a good performance that away at West Ham. Mark says, you're not disappointed to draw at home to Sunderland after spending $500 million. Oh, sorry, Mark. Sorry. I forgot when you spend money that you're entitled to win every game of football thereafter. Is that how it works? Sorry, mate. I forgot it. If you spend money, you're entitled to win every game. Chelsea have spent more than most. Christ, these beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Everyone's been creaming themselves over Chelsea and Esteval this season. Fucking hell, Chelsea got snotted tonight against Leeds. What happened there? Lisha says, Paqueta isn't even playing tomorrow. One-man team, it'll be tomorrow. Hey, one man, that's all they need. Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen's better than any player on your team. They'll win tomorrow, West Ham. They'll beat United tomorrow, I'm telling you. It's coming. Iplib said it was a poor result when Arsenal drew away to them, you said. Joke. You know, Arsenal drew. Liverpool drew. We beat Arsenal. What are you talking about? MC, after the run we've had, we can't afford the luxury of saying this is a good result. Well, we can. We can. A draw at home to a Sunderland team that have been very, very difficult to face and against most teams this season, I think that's a decent result. That is a very, very decent result. Here's the Villa fourth goal. Oh no, these are all the Villa goals, aren't they? Ollie Watkins with the first. Ollie says, do you think Slot needs to take tips from Amarim on how to neutralise Sunderland? Yeah, he probably does, doesn't he? He probably needs to take tips from Amarim on Sunderland. And maybe Slot can give him someone how not to lose against teams like Grimsby. Maybe. Just maybe. Anyway. Wolves 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Late winner from Igor Jesus. Oh, what is the keeper doing there? Sam Johnston. Oh, Sam Johnston's had a shocker. MC, it is not a good result. That's rubbish. I didn't say good result, did I? Again, you're desperate to reframe it. This is Liverpool fans to a fucking T. Desperate to reframe it. It's never just. It's always either absolutely brilliant or absolutely shite manager out. There's no in between with Liverpool fans. I've never known another fan base like it. You win a game and it's, oh my God, we're the best team in the world ever, the best players ever. Lose a game or drop a point at home. Christ, sack the manager, sack everyone, they're all shite, get rid of everyone, change the full squad, change the board, change the fans, they're all shite, everything. Honestly, I've never known a club like it. Never known a club like it. Says, isn't the match already over? It is, sorry, I don't know why the clock's still running. There you go. Clock stopped. There you go. Right. William says, good game tonight, to be honest. It's a good result, I think, or certainly a decent result. Not a good result. A decent result for Liverpool to be picking up a point against a very, very good Sunderland side this season. Ryan says, another poor game, Liverpool in the mud. And Simon, you literally just said it was a good result. No, I said decent results. Decent doesn't mean good. Decent isn't good. It's a very decent result. Sunderland are 6th in the league. They are 1 point off Chelsea. They are 1 point off Chelsea. Like, 1 point off the top 4. We're in December. They're not a bad side. Like, we have to get past this whole idea that they're a newly promoted side and you should be beating all the newly promoted side should just turn up to Anfield and just be like, no, they're a good side. They've come and they've shown real defensive resilience. They've got a bit of luck. They've had a strike from distance. It's bounced off Van Dijk's arse and gone in. But they've took the chance. Liverpool have got an equaliser in much the same fashion, to be honest, and a point on the night is the fair result. I think both teams probably deserve a point. I think it's probably the right result, and I'm not massively disappointed by it. We've stopped a run of defeats. We've been defensively resilient against West Ham. I thought we were defensively resilient tonight, to be honest. The only goal we've conceded has been a 30-yard massive deflection. So it's a very, very decent result, in my opinion. I'm quite content with this. Daniel, who is your player of the match? Player of the match tonight for Liverpool would probably be Florian Wirtz. I think Wirtz has done all right. Yeah, Wirtz would be our man of the match. He's been by far the best player, I think. Let me know in the chat who you think. Luke says, last time I checked, United beat Sunderland. So, yeah. They did. Last time I checked, Man United lost to Grimsby. So, yeah. Goliath, oh my word, Sunderland strike again. I think people now need to start giving them credit. And listen, when they're getting points against Arsenal, points against Liverpool, beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, can we start to talk about them as this actually they're actually a decent team? They're not a shite team. 1 point off. Blake Griffin says Anfield agenda just said Slot can't keep this up. Listen, I'm not going to talk about other channels, but that's just nonsense. That is just nonsense. Again, it's clickbait, isn't it? It's clickbait. The smart thing to say if you're trying to get fans and subscribers and views and clickbait, it's slot out. Don't forget to sign up to our membership scheme. Yeah, fuck off, mate. Have a day off. Lisha says, Key, don't be hiding them when we win 3-0, mate. Hang on a minute, Lisha. Listen, you've been saying you was in the Champions League this season. I've heard this from you for ages. United will struggle against West Ham tomorrow. They'll struggle. It's coming, I'm telling you. Brandon says, United get a few points and don't know how to act. MC says, I'd say Salah was man of the match. You're on a wind-up, you. You were on a wind-up. I'm starting to... I can't take you seriously anymore, MC. You're on a wind-up. You are definitely on a wind-up. You're mixing... You're definitely a troll at this point because you're mixing very, very, intelligent, balanced views with the occasional shite. You're definitely on the wind-up there. The Arsenal... Hey, how good has Mikel Merino been at Arsenal? He has been playing the striker role well. Yeah, listen, Arsenal played well again tonight. The goal was really good from Merino. Big save from David Raya too. Yeah, good performance. Arsenal win the league, I'm sure they will. Because they've spent more money than everyone else. They spent more than us this season. They spent more than us over the last 6 years since Arteta came in. So, yeah, more than double what Liverpool have spent. 08 says, it's crazy how bad we have become. Mackenzie says, Sunderland beat Newcastle in a week and a half. I'm worried about my Newcastle team this season. Chanwich, if we don't win at home, it's better to head towards the Championship. And Goliath says, I agree. People need to not think they're not going to roll over Sunderland. You got a point, take it and move on. You didn't lose. I was at a wedding, so I've only just seen the results. Well, hey, I hope you enjoyed the wedding, mate. And Total Movie Stuff says, Inter won big tonight, maybe out of the Champions League. Will that be the final straw? Are you talking about Slot? No, I don't get this whole... Why are people adamant that Slot's got to go? It's not the manager. It's the players. It isn't the manager. It's people keep looking at this. It's just cavemen. It's cavemen in the chat. We've got to sack the manager. Sacking the manager solves nothing. And the issue here, quite obviously tonight, is Alexis McAllister. That was the issue tonight. McAllister, I don't want to see him against Leeds. He can't be in that Liverpool team against Leeds. I was fuming that he was picked against West Ham. And to be honest, he was shite against West Ham. He's played tonight. He was shite again tonight. If he plays against West Ham, I'll start to think, Slot, come on, mate. You're making a rod for your own back here now. Lisha says, so spending money does mean you have to win games, Key, whatever fits your agenda, big man. That doesn't make sense as a question, mate. Rephrase it. Try it again. Ryan says, you taking the piss, lad. If that's the case, Van Dijk should be dropped. Why should Van Dijk be dropped? Why should Van Dijk be dropped? No one can give me a solid argument why Van Dijk can be dropped. Should be dropped. Goliath says, we're not still on slot out, are we? This is crazy. And Total Movie Stuff says it's his tactics. No, not using the squad. Fede has more than Salah now. What tactics? What are you talking about? It's tactics. What tactics? What are you saying that he's getting wrong? He's not using the squad. Federico Chiesa is literally the stick that Liverpool fans love to beat Arne Slot with. And as much as I like him, he's no more than an impact player. Federico Chiesa is not a player that top Premier League clubs would start. Federico Chiesa is a player who himself has said he is not ready to start games. He said it himself in an interview. So how are you trying to say, oh, he's got to put Chiesa in from the start and start him consistently? The player himself doesn't think he should start. Goliath says, did I see Leeds turn Chelsea over? Yeah, 3-1, and Liverpool have got to go there this weekend. C. Wheatley, there you go. C. Wheatley, our Sunderland fan. Good point for both teams, I think. Absolutely agree with that, mate. It was a good point for both teams. Sunderland played really, really well. And people are going to have to start taking you lads seriously now. Liverpool away, Arsenal at home, Chelsea away. You've picked up 5 points from those 3 games. You're now a point off the Champions League places in December. At what point do we start looking at Sunderland and saying, actually, they're not a bad side, these, you know? 2-0 down against Bournemouth. They win 3-2 at the weekend. Are we going to start? Can we start? Is it just revisionism? Are we just going to keep looking at it and use it as a stick to beat Liverpool with? You know, Liverpool have drawn with the newly promoted side. Yeah, I mean, you can phrase it like that if you want. But it's Sunderland. Sunderland are playing really well this season. They're a good side. And Callum says, we're losing to Leeds, buddy. We're not losing to Leeds. We're going to go there and win. I'm telling you. Total, he deserves more than 4 minutes, though. Hang on a minute. He deserves more than 4 minutes. But do you think that makes any difference? Do you think Chiesa coming on with 15 minutes changes the outcome of this game? It just doesn't. It just doesn't. We've seen Chiesa get minutes like that and he hasn't done anything with it. He's had moments where he's come on and changed it and done well, and he's had moments where he's started and been shite. It's just, he's like all the others in the squad in that sense. 70 Savato, good to see you. Grav and Maka are woeful in this system. Desperately need some midfielders to play. Maka again was woeful, both of them poor. We have to go Dom and Jones. At this point, mate, I would fully agree with you. Curtis Jones again here, coming out and fronting it for Liverpool. He's the one giving the interview. Curtis Jones is now the face of Liverpool. Every time Liverpool are having a bad result, he's the one going out to the cameras. And I love that about him. Absolutely love that. He has to be starting over Alexis McAllister for me. Crazy that we keep playing this player. That's the one thing I'll give Slot stick for. It's the one thing that might end up getting him sacked. He's going to keep picking Alexis McAllister over this lad. It's nonsense. Curtis Jones assists tonight for the goal. He has to, in my opinion. Oh, Florian Wirtz is with him as well. They were the 2 best players when they came on in the second half. Tony Stark, McAllister is your best midfielder. You're talking out your arse. Alexis McAllister's been shocking all season. Absolutely dreadful. Worst player we've had this season. Tom says, honestly, as soon as Isak came off, you lot were better. No. Nothing to do with Alexander Isak tonight, that. And C. Wheatley says, thing is, if Sunderland turn up, we'll give you a game. And you did. You did. It was a good game. But defensively, you were much better than I expected. I thought Liverpool would assert themselves a lot more than we did. And, yeah, Sunderland deserved a point. Can't deny it. Stephen says, Chiesa needs to start and stick with Gomez and Jones. Unpopular opinion. Stop starting Gakpo. You can't stick with Joe Gomez. And you've seen tonight why you can't stick with Joe Gomez. He's having injections in his fucking knee to get through 90 minutes, lad. He can't play regularly because he's fucked. He's not a player who can play 90 minutes in 72 hours. We can't stick with Joe Gomez. And plus, he's our only backup centre-back. He's literally our only backup centre-back. If Joe Gomez gets dropped or gets injured, we're knackered. We're done. We've got Van Dijk and Konate, and that's it. Leone's out injured for the season. Joe Gomez, we need him. So we can't be starting him at right back. What we need is Frimpong and Bradley to get themselves back fit. Nassim says they only know how to say slot out. Liverpool will be back again. Yes, Nassim, I love that. I absolutely agree with that, mate. Couldn't agree more. Stephen says get Endo starting too. At this point, anyone over Alexis McAllister gets my shout. Endo, Curtis, Trainioni, I don't care who starts. Anyone over Alexis McAllister. He can't start in that Leeds game. I'll be raging if he starts in that Leeds game. He has to stop starting Alexis McAllister. He has to. He's a liability. He's an absolute liability. Ali says, Slot is probably the best manager in world football. Stick with him now. Well, I would stick with him. I'm not sure if I agree he's the best manager in world football, but there's nobody else I would rather have at the helm than Arne Slot. Nobody. There's not a single person I would rather have in charge of Liverpool Football Club than Arne Slot. He has to stay in charge. We have to turn our ire to the players. It's not the manager. It's the players. It is the players. I'm sick of saying it. Stephen says, Sobbo and Grav keeping it together but carrying a dead weight with him. Exactly that. It's Szoboszlai and Gravenberch doing as much as they can while they've got a fella playing with lead boots next to him. Benji says, Arsenal fans piping up when they drew against Sunderland. And C. Wheatley says, we will beat Newcastle. Can't see otherwise with what I'm watching. You probably will. It's going to be a great game, that, isn't it? The old-time weird derby. Josh Gosh says, no, brother, his tactics is clueless. Go on, Josh, enlighten me. Enlighten me what you would do, Chief. Goliath says, what changes would you make for Leeds? I think that's going to largely depend on whether or not Joe Gomez is fit. If Joe Gomez is able to play against Leeds, I would start him. If he's not, then probably Curtis, again, at right back, which isn't ideal. Josh says it's 100% the manager. He's not good enough, especially in defence, tactics and defensive third. Go on, tell me, what are you changing? What are you changing? You enlighten us, Josh. Shay says Sunderland at home, it ain't for everyone, lads. I'm sure we're above you. I'm sure we're above you at the minute. Oh yeah, Liverpool above Manchester United. It's not exactly a flex to say you beat Sunderland, mate. Alex says people say Slot only won because he had Klopp's team, but if I had Hamilton's car, I wouldn't win the F1. That's a very good analogy. But for me, I just feel like Arne Slot winning it with Jurgen Klopp's team is a real positive. Like, people don't look at that as... Imagine. Oh, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you a team that Liverpool's best manager of the last 40 years hasn't been able to win a Premier League with. We'll give him that. We'll give you that team, right? So you're going to have to take over from this legend. That's going to be hard enough. You've never managed in the Premier League. That's going to be really hard. And then just to add a little bit more to it, we're not going to give you anything to spend. You can't spend any money. You've got to use this team and make it your own. And he pisses the league title. Arne Slot, unbelievable. That's unprecedented. It's never happened before. A manager coming in, getting someone else's team, no changes to it, wins the league. Never happened before, probably never happens again. Shay says, as far as I'm aware, we play West Ham at home tomorrow. That's already over 3 easy points. Oh, Shay, I hope you come back in tomorrow. I hope you've got the balls to come back in tomorrow when West Ham snot you. I'm telling you, West Ham are going to get something at Old Trafford tomorrow. Them United fans won't be as bold then. MUFC says, we said this about the Everton game. I know, you said this about Everton last week. We're going to beat Everton. We always beat Everton at Old Trafford. Yeah, they fucked you with 10 men. I'm telling you, they'll do you again. West Ham, it's happening. Adri says, that's called pure luck, I reckon. And what we're saying, the legend FK says, Arsenal won't be stopped this season. Ty, Curtis Jones must start the next game. And Kev says, who do you think was the better team, Liverpool or Sunderland? Both teams played all right defensively. Probably Sunderland... There's no, Sunderland played well. They deserved a point. I'm not going to say otherwise. Liverpool played well. we deserved the point, but we didn't play well enough going forward. Defensively, we were fine. Defensively, Sunderland were really solid. Liverpool had most of the ball in the second half. But, yeah, a point's the fair result. I can't really argue solidly that either team deserved to win it. King Loss says, how can you give Slot a pass? It's his responsibility to get the boys moving, ultimately. Hang on a minute. It's Arne Slot's job to fix this. It's not his fault it is this way. That's what people are conflating. That's what people are getting twisted. It's not Arne Slot's fault. It is his responsibility to fix it. So I'll agree with you on the second part. It is his responsibility. But it's not his fault that things are the way they are. And I feel like that's a multi-layered issue that's actually probably driven by the club more than Arne Slot. It's not an Arne Slot directive that we signed a load of young players this summer. For example, I think if Arne Slot was being selfish, I've said this before, if Slot was being selfish, he'd have probably said, do you know what? I want to do what Mikel Arteta's doing. I want to go and sign ready-made players who can come straight into experienced players who I can count on. I don't want to have to count on, like Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri, good young players like that. I don't want to have to count on them. So what I'll do is I'll go and sign experience like Noni Madueke and Hincapié and Eze and Gyökeres. I'll go and sign proper experienced international level players who've already played at Champions League level. I'll go and sign them so I'm not relying on your Ethan Nwaneris and your Miles Lewis-Skellys. They won't get a kick all season. Arne Slot, on the other hand, is doing exactly the opposite. He's bringing in 21-year-olds and 22-year-olds, Kerkez and Wirtz. He's playing Rio Engamoa at times. Chiesa's getting football at the minute. We're having to play Curtis Jones at right back. We signed Leone. We didn't sign a proper centre back. We signed an 18-year-old kid from the Italian league. This is the stuff that Liverpool are having to do, and I don't think that's an Arne Slot decision. I think it's a Liverpool board decision. We have a transfer committee as such. Paul Slater says, I'm sure you've gone from league leaders to 11 points behind Arsenal. Fucking LA, Paul can do a bit of maths, everyone. Paul can do a bit of maths. Birdie says, if we got told at the start of the season we would get a point at Anfield, I would have called them mental. But very proud of the lads tonight. As you should be. As you should be. Sunderland played really well. But do you know what? Again, I'm going to say it. You've got a result against us at Anfield. You've got a result against Arsenal, who are probably going to win the league this season. And you've beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. At some point, these teams need to start taking you seriously. The fans being very dismissive. Sunderland are a good side. You're 1 point off a Champions League place at this moment. Alex says, FSG changed manager role into head coach. They also switched transfer strategy, which is why FSG are giving Slot time. They're taking responsibility for the sweeping changes. Yes, Alex. Love that. Absolutely right. FSG have changed it into a head coach role. They've switched the transfer strategy. And FSG are giving Slot time because they're taking a bit of responsibility for their own part in the changes that we've made. It's a long burn for Liverpool. Goliath says, no such thing as 3 easy points in this league, except maybe Wolves. I feel bad. Sam's one of our Wolves fans in the chat. Sam's a great guy. He's gutted with how Wolves have played this season. 1-0 today against Forest. But again, I think Wolves played quite well today. They played quite well against Villa at the weekend. That's 2 defeats now where they've only lost very narrowly. It's a different type of approach for Wolves. I think they'll do okay. I still think they might get back amongst it. They're going to have to start turning some of these better defensive performances into wins. They've got to find some goals, but maybe January. Who knows? January can be revolutionary for teams at the bottom. Ty says, key mate, you cannot say that Sunderland are playing well as an excuse. Our squad must beat them. I'm not saying that Sunderland... I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm saying Sunderland are a good side. And at some point, you and everyone else that's writing them off need to acknowledge that. They're not a bad side. They're getting points against big clubs, big teams. It's not just us. They're beating Chelsea. They're getting a point against Arsenal. They're 1 point off the Champions League spots. At what point are you just going to be like, actually, they're not actually that bad. They're not actually a bad side, these. We maybe need to give them a bit of credit. And maybe it shouldn't be that we just expect Liverpool to win automatically when they turn up at Anfield. The legend FKA says we also beat Everton. United lost to 10 men Everton. And Drew says, at least you haven't wasted 140 million on Wirtz. We haven't. He didn't cost 140 million. So there you go. C. Wheatley says, put some respect on our names. On our name. Yeah, absolutely. Sunderland deserve an awful lot of praise. And Ty says, Key, we beat good sides. Well, we've beat Real Madrid. We've beat Aston Villa. We beat Arsenal this season. You know, we beat Everton. Everton went to Old Trafford and won the other night. It's not like we've not been able to win this season. We've just struggled in the last couple of months. I think in part due to the right-back situation. We've not had a fit right-back for the last month. Evidently, dropping Mo Salah's had an effect mentally on the squad. I don't know. It's multifaceted. There's so many layers. Arne Slot seems relatively upbeat. I'm not that bothered about that. I think a point's not bad. If you'd have said to us before the West Ham game, given how bad and how fragile Liverpool were, I think if we can go to Ellen Road and get a win, 7 points from West Ham, Leeds and Sunderland, on the face of it, at the start of the season, you'd have said 7 out. You expect 9 out of those. But given where Liverpool are, given how... Look at that run. Look at that run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 defeats in 12 going into these last 2 games. And all of a sudden we've got a win and a draw. It just breaks that cycle. It breaks that losing... That rhythm of losing. You can't keep losing games of football. It's mega important that you've got to keep going against what all this shite of sack, slot out. It's nonsense. It's talking shite. Danny Ross, sorry. Anfield agenda calling for the sack. Yeah, again, I'm not going to talk on specific channels, but I will just say the amount of people who are running these fan channels who are talking slot out because it makes them money. It makes them money. It's the exact same thing. Slot out is what you need to say to get views and subscribers. That's how you get it. It's nonsense. Rage bait. It fuels this stuff. It's dead easy. It'd be dead easy for me to be like, oh, slot out. And get loads of clicks, loads of views, loads of subscribers. I might as well have a big flashing sign here saying, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to be a member. Slot out. They're fucking clowns, half of these. There's not a single Liverpool fan who seriously wants to sack Arne Slot. Not a single one. There isn't one. There's a lot of Liverpool fans who are concerned, and I understand why, but it isn't Slot's fault. It isn't his fault. Be yourself, Dylan. See you tomorrow. Take it easy, Dylan. And Brian, Chelsea thought that and got done at Leeds. I can't see you lot winning there, okay? Hey, do you know what? And I think going to Leeds and winning would be a huge result, especially off the back of what they've done to Chelsea tonight. Goliath, I still don't think all is woe. If Arsenal do their regular and drop all points in Feb, then everyone is back in it. Liverpool will go on a run at some point. Listen, if Arsenal have got to go and play Villa at Villa Park this weekend... I'm live for that one. That's going to be a massive game off the back of Villa winning tonight against Brighton. Can you imagine if they managed to get a big win against Arsenal? They'd only be 3 points off the lead then. And I know it's Villa, but it's not that far. Can all change very quickly. Evening, Key. Good to see you, Liam. What a result for you, lads. Leeds are absolutely bouncing at the minute. And what we saying? Sorry. Luke says Isak is a waste, though. Even Carragher is fed up of trying to defend him. Pre-season excuses. Bull. How is it bull? How is it bull? Every manager relies on a really solid pre-season. If you don't have a pre-season, there's a knock-on effect all season. That's why you're not going to see the best of Isak probably until the new year. What we're saying, Key, so where do you think Liverpool finished this season? I mean, I still think we finished top 4, and I'll be honest, I think Slot's job probably just depends on that. I think if we finish top 4 and we look like we're going to finish top 4 around March time, he'll keep his job. We're currently, 2 points off the top 4? We're 2 points off the top 4. After our worst start to a season since 1954. Our worst start to the season, and we're still only 2 points off the top 4. A win at the weekend, and we're back in it again. I don't think we're in a title race. We're not in a title race. Of course we're not in a title race, but as long as we finish in the top 4, maybe we have a good run in Europe, maybe we have a good run in the FA Cup. It's a transitional year for Liverpool. No problem. Absolutely fine with that. Alex says, I removed my comment, Anfield agenda. Again, I'm not... Listen, what he says is none of my issue, to be honest. Danny says, ban that, where are you? I've just banned him, mate. Yeah, listen, again, he's just a little kid. He's just a kid talking shite. He's just... Don't even respond to people like that. Forest says, yeah, but you're getting worse. Well, evidently we're not. We've picked up 4 points in our last 2, and previously we'd lost 9 in our last 12, so we're evidently not getting worse. I don't know where you're talking about us getting worse. C. Wheatley says, European push on the cards for Sunderland if we keep this up. And Luke says, like Cara said, he broke his leg 4 months out and didn't have a pre-season to come back. Yeah, but that's Jamie Carragher. That's not Alexander Isak. And Jamie Carragher, again, he came back in a slightly different way. He was playing in a different type of Liverpool team where he's not an attacker. He was playing at right back, I think, at that time. When he broke his leg against Blackburn, he ended up coming back in the side at right back, not at centre back. It was a different Liverpool side back then. MC, I honestly thought Salah made a big difference. Was between him and Wirtz. Jones done okay too. Yeah, I mean, Jones did well. He was involved in the goal, wasn't he? And I feel Jones will probably start against Leeds, maybe at right back. I don't think Joe Gomez is involved again, to be honest. Melva says, Liverpool play over them men, I find. Don't know what that means, Melva. Fayaz said, who said it was the worst start since 1954? It is. It's our worst run of form since 1954. That's the last time Liverpool had a run of form like 9 defeats in 12. It's Danny. He says Sunderland deserved all 3 points that game. Liverpool were nowhere in that game. And Luke Poth says, Key, he's been fit for 6 weeks now. If he's not fit now, he never will be. Hang on a minute though, Luke. How are you making this about Isak? How are you making this about Alexander Isak? He scored the winner against West Ham at the weekend. Was really good, was really involved in the game. Tonight, there was no real threat from anyone up front. I mean, Liverpool as a team, we were a lot better defensively, but going forward, we were a bit flat. That's not just on Isak. You've got to get the ball to him. Again, Liverpool fans are used to, Roberto Firmino dropping deep and being involved in the play quite heavily. Alexander Isak is not that player. Liverpool have got a centre-forward now who's going to stay occupying the centre. He probably won't get involved in the game that much unless he scores. He'll be a little bit like Haaland. That's what City have with Haaland, isn't it? If he doesn't score, you don't really notice him. But he's occupying the space for the centre-backs, and maybe Foden gets a goal. Maybe Bernardo Silva ghosts in. Maybe Doku. This is what we hope for with Alexander Isak, is that it creates space for Wirtz. It creates space for Szoboszlai and Salah and Gakpo. This is what it's about. Ben says it's looking like we'll be playing in Latvia on a Thursday next season. And Luke says he was non-existent again tonight. He was 130 million key, for fuck's sake. Again, do you think that means that does that qualify him having to be absolutely 10 out of 10 every week, every game? He's 130 million. He scores the winner for us against West Ham. Literally the last game. How are you making this about Alexander Isak? How? Goliath says, anything can happen in this league. I love it. I can't believe how hyperbolic the takes can be, though. Crazy. Yeah, it's madness. And this is football fans for you. Especially social media and online football fans. As I was saying earlier, it's either, it's absolutely fantastic, it's unbelievable, we're the best team in the world, or it's shite, shocking, sack him, get him sold. There's no in-between with a lot of these fans. The in-between, sadly, doesn't get a lot of views. The balance doesn't get a lot of views. That's not what people want. They don't want something in between that's balanced. Do you know, there's actually many reasons why Liverpool are losing. There's many reasons why Liverpool haven't turned up this season. No, they want cavemen answers. It's slot. They want very clear answers because they've got the IQ of a puddle. Double-digit IQ FC. Taylor, how come you're still live, Key? Just wondering. I don't know. I'm just ranting, to be honest, at this point. Alex says, stumbled across your channel tonight, enjoyed the chat, sub, support slot, support the players, support the club. It's our one job, simple as supporters. Hey, Alex, love it, mate. Supporters. And you'll never walk alone. You've got to beat. That's the motto. We've got to do it. You can't be backing the manager only when it suits you. He needs it now. This is exactly when he needs it the most. See, Wheatley, I'm probably one of the most level-headed people when it comes to football. Good point. It's exactly how it is, mate. Absolutely, you've got to be that way. And Loco says, still think Everton won't get Europe, lad. We are massive, mate. Everton are not going to get European football. They're just not going to get European football, mate. No. Good result for you last night, though, against Bournemouth. Obviously, we watched that game. It was as dull as dishwater. But, yeah, you get a win. You get a win. It was a good result. Right. I am done for the night anyway. I really appreciate everyone liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I am live every single day. If you're new around here, please do give us a like and a follow. My name's Key. I'm live every single day. I do watch-alongs from around Europe, around the Premier League, up and down the football pyramid, from the Premier League to the National League and everything in between. We're doing West Ham and Man United tomorrow. We're doing Hull City against Borough on Friday. Saturday I'm doing Villa against Arsenal, followed by Leeds against Liverpool at Ellen Road. What a massive game that's going to be. On Sunday I'm live again for 2 or 3 games, and I'll be live again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week as well. So if you want to give us a follow, I do more watch-alongs than anyone else. Lots of love. Thank you everyone in the chat, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Disappointed we couldn't get the win there.